for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? This that boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. Represent for New Media Today USA Boxing. We are the Fanboy Killer Podcast. We do not like fanboys over here with New Media Today USA Boxing. We only like fans, true fans who are in love with the sport of boxing. Other than that, that's it. So salute to everybody who rocking with the old boy today. You see what I'm saying? Kicking it with your homie from the state of Florida, man, the Gunshine State, man. You know, the country dude from Florida, Miami, Florida, you know what I mean? You know, so, rubbing on the goatee and stuff, man. So shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody who rock with me. Shout out to my brother. As a matter of fact, shout out to my main man, Aaron Story. Shout out to Serge Libre. Shout out to Ram. Shout out to Topin Time, my brother Topin Time. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to my main man, Halim. My brother Halim from the UK. Shout out to Merrill Dixon. Shout out to New Money DMG, New Money. Shout out to my brother Charlo. Shout out to Silver Stress. Shout out to you, fam. Shout out to Ephraim. What's going on, fam? Shout out to my brother Angus. Shout out to Michael Buffer in the building. Shout out to Graham Taylor. You know how we do it, everybody. Everybody gonna roll in a little later on. YouTube is right now sending out alerts to everybody. You know what I mean? Making sure everybody, know that I'm on right now, man. We on pretty much like I want to say 6-7 days a week. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna try to do at least 6 days a week, every day, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So if you're in the UK, that's going to be 8 o'clock in the evening, UK time. And if you're Central Standard Time, it's going to be 2 o'clock. And then, of course, if you're on the West Coast, it's going to be 3 o'clock. No, it's going to be 12 o'clock. So other than that, guys, that's it. Let's get into it. So now, we have to address the elephant in the room. Shout out to Bleeds King. Shout out to my brother Steve J, man, for the super chat. Really appreciate that, fam. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate the super chat. Mr. T, I pity the fool. What's going on? Hey, before we get started, if you don't know what this is, of course you probably know this is a cell phone, but this phone here was what the iPhone is today. This is what you call a sidekick. I throw it up, ta-da. I found this. This is my old cell phone right here. You see what I'm saying? You don't know nothing about this here. You see what I'm saying? If you like 20 years old or 21 years old or something like that, you don't know anything about this. You see what I'm saying? I'm so old school, and this is my beeper. This is my beeper right here too. You see what I'm saying? So I got my old school sidekick cell phone that you don't know nothing about, and I got my beeper right here, man. So I might go ahead and give y'all my beeper number so you can hit me up. Just send me a little beat, you know what I mean? And I'll look at it. You see what I'm saying? Hey, this phone actually came out of like, I want to say maybe 2000, 99, maybe 2000, something like that. You see what I'm saying? Something like that. You see what I'm saying? AT&T, as you can see. AT&T on the back. This is the quick fire. You know what I mean? They had several different versions of this too. They had a lot of, that's AT&T right there, as you can see. The light is in the way. I got the ring light right there too. So other than, man, that's what I'm talking about, man. Now I could show you guys my original beeper. My original beeper was a little bit bigger. The one I had in 88. You see what I'm saying? But I just wanted to show you guys this here. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, man, this here, man. Hey, I might send somebody a text message right now. Hey, yeah, man, that's what I'm doing right now, man. I'm going, I was doing some house cleaning and I ran across that cell phone and that beeper. You see what I'm saying? And, it is what it is, man. So I might go ahead and see, can we bring back that old school technology? And I'm seeking I get that beeper turned back on and get a number. And I might just have everybody just send me a beep. You know what I mean? Just hit your old boy up. You see what I'm saying? Hit me on up. You know what I mean? I could type a message on here too. Or, you know what I mean? I can go ahead and tat-ow. That's the keyboard right there. That's sidekick. Bam. You see what I'm saying? I know y'all impressed with me. I know you're impressed with this right now. You have to be impressed. See what I'm saying? Cello. Who is this? The letter people. Oh man, we don't roll like that over here, man. Alphabet Boy community, man. Listen, take your fanboys back over there where you guys come from. We don't roll like that over here, man. How you got my number? You see what I'm saying? Bam. You got the old number on the old phone that I had 20 years ago. Ta-da. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Yeah, JC, you already know. JC, you already know. Cello, Casanova of the Ghetto speaking. Hey, you don't know nothing about that, man. You don't know nothing about Good Times. You don't know nothing about the show that came out in the 70s called Good Time, man. That was JJ. You know, that's how he answered the phone. Cello. We don't say hello, we say cello. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. But shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Hey, Charlo, what you say, fam? Charlo say, I got one of them sidekicks, coach. Hey, Charlo, you got a sidekick too? Hey, listen. Hey, Charlo, this is what you need to do. Pull up in the club somewhere, right? And pull your phone out. Hey, baby, hey, what's your phone number? And you pull the sidekick out, and then act like you typing it in there. And she'll be like, well, what's that? What's that? What is that? You know, if she asks you what's that, you know she young. You should have said, Tony Boswell, salute, fam. Pound for pound boxing. What's going on, fam? Salute. Mary Dixon, what's going on, fam? You see what I'm saying? KO, Echo, Dynamite. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Jesse, what's going on, fam? Yeah, man, I'm trying to tell you, man. Let's go ahead and do this, man. Let's go ahead and do this, man. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, man, I had to pull that out. You see what I'm saying? You know, give you my beeping number. Hey, but listen, man, I want to let's get right into it, bro. Bro, the word on the street. Word on the street. Now, I have to prefix this by saying this. I don't have any actual facts on this rumor. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not gonna do like the Alphabet Boys. You know, I would normally quote, put the source of this title, you know, in the chat below, right? I would normally put the source in my headlines. I mean, you know, in my description, right? But somebody sent me a video of something that one of the Alphabet Boy channels made today, and basically the brother was saying, "It's your boy." So you already know who that is. Whoever say "it's your boy," that's who came out with it. So you know who that is. So it's your boy. Pretty much said, gym time, coach. Oh, okay, you in the gym? Okay, yeah, go ahead, Ram. Go ahead. I see you in the gym, baby. Shout out to my main man too. I mean, D-Time Blaster. Planner has a hefty price on that belt. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that right now. Shout out to the UK, man. Shout out to the UK. Michael Buffer, what you say, fam? That phone looks like 007 phone. Hey, man. Hey, I pull out that sidekick, boy. Hey, that phone was the shiznick back in the day, though. That was before the iPhone. That was the iPhone before the iPhone. You see what I'm saying? That phone, you had one of those, boy. Woo! You see what I'm saying? But anyways, so the source of this is an Alphabet Boy channel. Someone has sent it to me on my Instagram. I get a lot of messages on my Instagram DMs. Some hate, but then I do get some from a lot of, quite a few of the people who follow the channel. And basically, he asked me, did I know anything about it? I couldn't confirm it, to be honest with you guys, but I wanted to talk about it, though. I wanted to talk about it. D-Town Blaster, once again, salute for the Super Chat, fam. Plan has a hefty price on that belt. Yes, he does. He has a hefty price on this belt. You see what I'm saying? Now, again, I don't know how true it is or not, because I've been looking, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have been looking, and I haven't found any reports myself that I can directly quote and say, hey, yeah, this is a reputable organization who Caleb Plant did an interview with. So I don't have that. And if I told you I had it, I'd be lying. So I'm not going to lie to you guys. But if this is true, this comes from an Alphabet Boy channel, and you know the Alphabet Boys, they represent the PBC very well. So the Alphabet Boys are representatives of the PBC, and they say all kind of outlandish lies, especially. Let's say this fight go down with Anthony Joshua. Hold on. I got something else I want to talk to you about too. I hope I don't forget. I should have had my pad so I can write it down, because I know me, I will forget. Let me put it on my phone. So I don't forget. You see what I'm saying? Corn Kid, salute to you, fam. Yeah, man. So basically, what's going on is I think that they are projecting. And they are shout out to my brother Halim. Shout out to Corn Kid. Shout out to Irish Boxing, bro. What's going on, fam? I haven't seen anything about Plant $1 to $10 million. Irish Boxing, bro. Exactly. I haven't seen anything either. So this is what I'm saying. So I have to prefix this by saying this. I have not seen anything anywhere where Plant said he wanted $10 million, right? But why did I title this live this? Because I'm trying to prove a point. This information that's came from an Alphabet Boy channel. Now, you know that they are batting 0 right now, especially if Tyson Fury, no, I ain't even say Tyson Fury, especially if this arbitration turns out to be a dud for them, or that Tyson Fury would just have to pay and Wilder can't stop Tyson Fury from fighting anybody. You know what I mean? They will be batting. Listen, the letter people, we're going to call them the letter people. The letter people community, their credibility is so shot right now. Like right now, they are doing damage control right now, right? So now, the guy who says, it's your boy, which you know who I'm talking about, he, someone sent me a video this morning to ask me, could I confirm what Caleb Plant said this at? I saw it and I couldn't confirm it. I looked everywhere. But I think what the Alphabet Boys or the letter people do is they project what they want for these PBC fighters, right? So when I saw the video in its entirety. And I looked at all of I like looking at the comments to see how slow their community is. And they have a very, very low IQ. They have a very, very low IQ community, right? Irish Boxing Bro said Drew Titan is on suicide watch since the fight was announced. Anyone check on Drew? Yeah, since the fight was announced by Tyson Fury. Now, what I didn't hear Tyson Fury say was that he signed the contract. So I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen, guys. We can just hope for the best. August is 3 months away, so we have a long way until this fight happens, if it happens. And again, I'm going to stick to my original statement. I am cautiously optimistic. Cautious. You know what I mean? Cautious because of, Tyson Fury. It ain't no telling it ain't no telling what day he wake up or how he feeling the day he wakes up. So other than that, that's it. But Tyson Fury did confirm it. Now, does that mean anything? I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know if I'm cautiously optimistic. Does that mean he's going to go through and fight? Everyone's saying he will. I hope so. I just say I hope so. But anyways, the Alphabet Boy community is saying that, and they represent the PBC. They represent the PBC, so they are saying that their client, Caleb Sweet Hands Eggplant, wants $10 million or more. Not only does he want $10 million, he wants $10 million or more plus a healthy percentage of the pay-per-view. Now, my question is this, Mr. Caleb Plant, sir, if this is true, and listen, we're gonna cut it both ways. The Alphabet Boy community lie all the time. They drop 7, 8, 9, 10 videos a day. 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 10 videos that they drop are all lies. Like, these guys don't have a truthful bone in their body. The Alphabet Boys. There is no truth to 99.99999% of the stuff that they say out of their mouth. But their fan base loves being lied to. They like it. So their fan base is still going to be there. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to and I'm glad that they're over there. So haters have opinions saying Plant might get 10 million. Billy got 8 million and got lied to say there was no crowd. Yeah. And again. But the haters have opinion. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if he's asking. Well, actually, Caleb Plant ain't asking for no money. Really, it more than likely it'll be Al Heyman, because Al Heyman is, Uncle Al is what I call him. Uncle Al over there control those boys over there with the PBC. You know what I mean? I already seen that Irish Boxing Bro. I reported that yesterday about. You probably wasn't here yesterday, but I did a special announcement yesterday, basically saying I was one of the first channels that reported that Tyson Fury put the poster, and he said that the fight is going to be again. When I'm dealing with Tyson Fury, I take everything with a grain of salt. I don't believe anything until I see him in the ring, because he does have he does have mental health issues, and there's no telling how he may have a mental go through mental depression again, and something may comes up. And so until I see him actually physically in the ring, I am cautiously optimistic. I don't believe any word that comes out of Tyson Fury's mouth. You know what I mean? So brothers and sisters from the UK, you guys put me up on that. You guys educated me on that, and you helped me realize that. You told me I can't take what Tyson Fury says out of his mouth. He's always lying. He's always playing head games. So I don't know if this is a head game from him or not or whatever. I don't know. But I'm gonna back up off of him. We got 3 months. We're gonna see what happens. But as it relates to Caleb Eggplant, Mr. Caleb Sweet Hands Eggplant is allegedly rumored from the Alphabet Boy community. Now remember, guys, this has not been confirmed by nobody. When I looked in the description to see what the source was, the source just said Yahoo Sports. When I go to Yahoo Sports and try to investigate it, there's nothing on Yahoo Sports that says that Caleb Plant is requesting $10 million to fight Canelo Alvarez. I have not confirmed that anywhere. It came from the Alphabet Boy community. So take that with a grain of salt. 20 times out of 10, and you can't get 20 out of 10, them niggas is lying. You see what I'm saying? But it could be a possibility they may not be lying. I'm going to say why. Because remember I said last week, I said, bro, listen, $8 million is pretty good for Caleb Plant because his highest payday to this point has been $750,000. So $750,000, right? Now, people are going to say, hey, well, you know what? Billy Joe made $8 million and Plant felt he got underpaid. He said it on his recent interview. Yes, he got underpaid. Listen, that's his fault. Ignorant boxing. Check this out, fam. Caleb Plant got $750,000 from his last fight from Uncle Al. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Them boys at the PBC, they are not eating like that. They ain't eating, man. They ain't eating, bro. They're not eating at all. You see what I'm saying? $750,000, and this fool got a belt. He got the IBF super middleweight belt. He don't even make $1 million. Caleb Plant. He's still yesterday I said I thought he was from Detroit. He's not. He's from Nashville, Tennessee. I think it's from Nashville, Tennessee, somewhere in Tennessee. He's still living in the same double wide trailer that he grew up in with his mama. Caleb Plant is a broke fighter, right? And I'm not making mockery of him not having money. You see what I'm saying? What I'm saying is he's a broke fighter, so he would want to get paid as much money as he can. You see what I'm saying? But the only problem is for all you people making the Billy Joe Saunders comparisons. Shout out to my main man Retro Boxing, man. My main man Blood Retro Boxing. Let's ring the Ali bell for him. Bleeds King saying Plant 10 million, yes, but pay-per-view, he doesn't even fight pay-per-view fights. I believe the LDBC are lying on this topic. Exactly. I'm saying the same thing. Bleeds King, I'm saying the same thing. But listen, what they do, fam, is a lot of projection over there. You see what I'm saying? They do a lot of projection. My thing is this here. How did they lie and say there was no crowd when it was advertised everywhere? Canelo even had a show right before that in Miami with their crowd. Exactly. So I just think all that was cap, Karma. I think all that was cap anyways. You see what I'm saying? So I think all that was cap. People crying about 8 million and 10 million. That's a lot of money. When Floyd was giving out paydays, they were only getting two to 3 million. Why does Canelo got to pay more? Man, listen. We don't know if this is true. Frank Warren also, like Fury announced a video. Yeah, I understand all of that. Listen, Jesus can come out and announce the fight is going to happen in Saudi Arabia. It's a matter of do you believe Tyson Fury is going to be there? I don't know. I just don't know. You know what I mean? But anyways, we're not even going to put that in the atmosphere. Time will tell everything. But anyways, I don't know a reliable source. I don't know how reliable BoxRec is, but it says Fury and AJ is next. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not denying all of that. Yes, Fury and AJ is next. What it's not saying is, we don't know if it's Fury. Has Fury signed the contract? Tyson Fury contradicts himself in the same sentence sometimes. Yeah. Has Fury signed the contract? Do anybody know? Do anybody know if Fury signed the contract? Right? You see what I'm saying? So, anyways, let's assume that Plant is because he sounds like he waves that. Yeah, you know what I mean? So, anyways, check this out. Why don't you call out Drew Titan to a charity boxing fight? Yeah, man, I don't rock with Buddy. I don't rock with Buddy at all. I don't even like that dude at all, to be honest with you. Never met him before. I don't like the dude. I don't like Buddy because he threatened Sugar Hill. He threatened Sugar Hill, just basically wishing death on the man. I can't rock with nobody who wishes death on somebody else. Somebody who they don't even know, all because of a damn fight. You don't even know Deontay Wilder, but you capping for him and you wishing death on someone who trained Tyson Fury to beat Deontay Wilder. That's crazy to me. But anyway, that's why I'm messing with it. Promoter Lou Del Bella says Caleb Plant request of $10 million as not being a ridiculous number for the Canelo Alvarez fight. Boxing News 24 article. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, I hear all of that, but I haven't heard Caleb Plant say it. That's all I'm saying. I haven't heard Caleb Plant say it. So if he gets $8 million, that's 10 times more than what he's accustomed to being paid. The ego on Plant is to disrespect Billy Joe Saunders, Caleb Smith taking the only UK level. Listen, Caleb Eggplant is what I call him. The man named Eggplant from this point on. 10 million is chump change. 10 million is chump change to who? It's not chump change to me. Who T Max? Who is 10 million? When you say 10 million is chump change, what do you mean by that? Here you go. Aram ain't cutting any unnecessary checks. Nah, Bob Aram ain't doing that. Plant moms was shot in the face. Okay. Sorry to hear that. His mom got shot in the face. My mom passed away in 1999. What the hell does that mean? Shit happens. My mom dead and gone. Whole lot of people lost lives. I got shot in the neck and in the back. Bullet wound right there in the neck, hit right here, and it came out right there on the side. I can show it to you guys, but anyways, yeah. His mom got shot in the face. I apologize about that. But as it relates to Caleb Eggplant, Mr. Eggplant, it is rumored from the Alphabet Boy community that Caleb Plant wants $10 million and he wants a percentage of the pay-per-view to fight Canelo Alvarez. The only problem with that, if it's true, so we're just going to assume it's true for argument's sake, right? We're going to assume it's true for argument's sake. You can't sit back and say, oh, well, man, Billy Joe got $8 million. Caleb Plant can get more than that. How? Billy Joe had a whole country behind him. Billy Joe had he had a country behind him. Who in the hell is behind Caleb Plant outside of the letter people? Who in the hell is backing Caleb Plant outside of the Alphabet Boys? Nobody. Caleb Plant is from Tennessee. He ain't got people. He don't even have people in Tennessee backing him. He not in no position to be talking about he want $10 million in the percentage of the pay-per-view. Fool. Anybody who show up to watch that fight, they are showing up to watch Canelo beat your ass. Caleb Plant has never sold out an event before in his life. To my understanding, he might have sold something out in Nashville where he's from, but outside of that, he's never sold out anything before. You're not a cash cow nowhere. Caleb Plant can walk down the street and won't nobody know who he is. He's a fake ass Robin Thicke, fake ass Justin Timberlake, fake ass Color Me Bad, fake ass John B. You see what I'm saying? Fake ass Sam Smith. You see what I'm saying? Fake ass what is it? NSYNC. I just don't believe in Buddy. I just don't. I don't believe in Caleb Plant. I ain't crazy about him. He seemed like a nice kid. I respect the fact that he came up through the hood and all that stuff there. Okay, so what? Whoop the goddamn dude. They ain't got nothing to do with boxing. Anybody who the Alphabet Boys pretty much support, I'm pretty much gonna be on the opposite side of the fence anyways. Pretty much. Pretty much. You know what I mean? So, they can't say that, hey man, with Caleb Plant, now again, don't get me wrong now. If Caleb Plant wants to get $8 to $10 million, I'm not hating on him if that's true. Because Caleb Plant is broke. The guy Al Heyman paid this dude $750,000 for his last fight. And he went 12 rounds with Caleb Truax, right? And that was his highest payday. So Caleb Plant needs some bread, man. The man needs some bread. He needs some cheese. He needs some scratch, that Skrilla. You know what I mean? He needs that Donetto, that Fetty Wap. He needs that paper. He needs it. And he's not wrong. I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at Caleb Plant if he wants Caleb Eggplant. Let me stop calling because he's an eggplant. That's what he is. He's a goddamn eggplant. Caleb Eggplant. I don't believe in you, sir. I'm glad that you're a good boxer. I understand all that, but you have fought C and D class fighters. You haven't even fought a B class fighter yet. Well, Uzkataki, you did fight Uzkataki, so you know I say he was pretty good. But outside of him, bro, you ain't did nothing. So my whole point is this here: you ain't in no damn position to be, you know, telling Canelo if this is true that you want 10 million or better, or there's no fight. That's the other thing that they added to it, or there's no fight. So already he's trying to price himself out if that's the case. If the Alphabet Boy community is correct, since they capping for Caleb Plant as though they are the representative, so apparently the PBC has a promotional company by the name of the Alphabet Boy community, aka the Letter People, and the Alphabet Boy community is responsible for promoting PBC fighters. The only problem with that is, you know, you trying to promote white chocolate, and white chocolate ain't all that. You see what I'm saying? You trying to promote Justin Timberlake. Now I know what y'all been saying, man. You've been banging on Caleb Plant for the past couple of days. That's because I ain't crazy about the dude at all. I ain't crazy about him. You know what I mean? Most of the PBC fighters I'm really not crazy about, to be honest with you. There's a few of them I like, but you know, I love Jamel Charlo. I like Jamel Charlo. That dude, that's a real deal. I like Errol Spence. You know, I just don't want to see him booed up, kissing rappers on the neck and stuff like that. But you know, if he cut that out, he all right. You know, just stop giving dudes sugar. You know what I mean? I can't rock like that. It's a whole lot of funny stuff going on with the PBC too, man. You know, you got rappers. I mean, you got boxers hugging up with boxers, poking their lips up, trying to kiss each other in the mouth, and like Adrian Broner and Tate Davis, and you know, Adrian Broner humping Madonna in the ring a few years ago, and you know, Wilder twerking and talking about having babies, getting pregnant from his wife and having babies, and you know, Errol Spence booed up, you know, with Yellow Beezy, kind of giving him sugar on the neck. LMA, you know, coming out with the song booed up. So you know, so again, like I said before, when this dude started talking about strap season, I'm thinking about he talking about a different kind of strap now. What kind of strap are you talking about? You see what I'm saying? So you know, that's all I'm saying. I can't rock with that. You know, in my era, the way I came up in, you know, we didn't, you know, I ain't used to seeing that. So that's different from me. You see what I'm saying? That's different from me. But Caleb Plant deserved how you beat Uzkataki and then fight Mike Lee. Dude has been KO'd 4 times. Listen, this is what I'm saying, Sly Tennessee's like these dudes, man, you know, they capping, they, you know, the Alphabet Boys, they running interference for the PBC fighters, right? So, you know, they're trying to hype Caleb Plant up. I'm telling you, Caleb Eggplant is going to get dug up. You see what I'm saying? He ain't in no damn position to be talking about he want 10 million or better and a percentage of the pay-per-view. Fool, nobody is coming to see you. You literally, listen, bro. Billy Joe Saunders brought something to the table. Billy Joe Saunders had a whole country behind him. Billy Joe brought something to the table. Listen, Caleb Plant ain't bringing nothing to the table. Bruh, nobody in the United States know this dude outside of the Alphabet community. I mean, you talking about the fake color me bad. Plant will eventually price himself out, in my opinion. I won't let Canelo come along and take the world title from him. Bro, this is exactly what I said, what I've been saying, Irish boxing, bro. I've been saying this, fam. I've been saying this. I said that, listen, man, is Uncle Al Heyman, is Uncle Al going to allow him, I missed a super chat somewhere. Is Uncle Al going to, shout out to my man Sly Tennessee. Caleb Barcode Bangs Plant. This dude couldn't sell out his own living room. Man, Sly Tennessee, man, shout out to you for that. Let me give you the ring the Ali bell. Hey, Sly Tennessee, you hit the nail right on the head, man. So anyway, so Silverstream said apparently he deserves 15, 20 mil. Shout out to the police. Where? Listen, Sly Tennessee. Yeah, no, I think you're being sarcastic. Yeah, listen, Sly Tennessee, check this out, fam. There's no way. Shout out to the LDBC killer, man, for the super chat. Stay on the net, coach. I have to. Listen. Billy Joe Saunders had the United Kingdom backing him. I'm here in the United States, and I'm telling you, nobody know who Caleb Plant is. Caleb Eggplant. Nobody know this guy. Literally, nobody know this guy. Nobody. The fake color me bad. Nobody know who this guy is. But yet, he is not in any position to sit back and say, oh, I need $10 million. Or I need $10 million or better. You see what I'm saying? Plus, on top of that, I need to get a percentage of the pay-per-view because my fans is going to buy the pay-per-view. Man, you ain't got no fans. Caleb Eggplant, you do not have fans. Nobody knows you. If you walk through the mall right now, won't nobody stop and ask you for an autograph. This is how unknown you are. You are. You see what I'm saying? You ain't in no position to be demanding nothing. Demanding nothing from Eddie Hearn or Canelo. You need to take what you can get, because the most money that Uncle Al paid you, Uncle Al, since y'all like to cry, call Al. Uncle Al only paid you $750,000 in your last fight. You still living in that double wide trailer that you was raised in. 28 years old, you still living in a double wide trailer right now today. You see what I'm saying? The man ain't got no bread, bro. You are the IBF super middleweight champion, and you are only getting paid $750,000. That tells you everything you need to know. And guess what, guys? The $750,000 was his highest purse as up to date. So that means before that, he was getting paid less than that. He was getting paid less than that before that. Yes, Peter Von Us. Planet has the IBF title, and guess what? His highest payday has been $750,000. What did he do for him to be asked for $10 million? Exactly. What did he do? Like, somebody tell me, Caleb looking like Snow. Yeah, to my Snow. Yeah, I remember him. Snow made the little reggae song back in the day. Shout out to my brother Shane, man. Shane, what's going on, brother? Coach, what fight has more hype? Undisputed heavyweight or disputed super middleweight, in your opinion? Oh, the undisputed heavyweight has more hype. Absolutely, the undisputed heavyweight. Undisputed heavyweight has more hype than the undisputed super middleweight. Because really ain't nobody really excited about that. Ain't nobody really excited about Canelo becoming undisputed super middleweight champion of the world. I can't say no anybody because I can't represent anybody. I mean, people will be excited about it because people want to see Canelo become undisputed. But, people just know it's a foregone conclusion that Canelo's going to get that strap. Canelo going to be undisputed. Nothing is going to stop that. So it's a foregone conclusion, and it's not like he fighting nobody. He fighting Caleb Eggplant. Caleb Eggplant is not in the position, if what the Alphabet Boy community is saying is true, and guess what? It has not been confirmed or verified. Maybe he knows he's going to lose. Listen, Karma Serene, he know he going to lose. You know that, sis. You already know the answer to that. This man know he going to lose. Color me bad, going to get the color beat out of him. You see what I'm saying? He going to, and he needs to get his bread up. Listen, if it's true, I'm not mad at him for wanting that if it's true. The man broke. The man is a champion. And he's only making his last fight, he made $750,000. So color me bad, need some more money, man. Uncle Al ain't paying him. Billy Joe Saunders had the United Kingdom and actually beat some decent boxers. Exactly. Caleb Eggplant ain't beat nobody. You can't sit back and say, oh, man, Billy Joe got paid $8 million. So since Billy Joe got paid, I know I can get $10 million plus. How? Bruh, you worse than Billy Joe. Billy Joe had a whole country behind him. Billy Joe was bringing something to the table. Billy Joe was bringing something to the table. He had a whole country behind him. Who do Caleb Plant got behind him outside of the Alphabet Boys? Outside of the SLDBC, who does Caleb Plant have backing him? Literally, like anybody. Plant has the entire Walmart behind him. Hey, listen, Smith and West, the man trying to sell a belt, man. He know what the outcome gonna be. The whole world knows. Remember what I said yesterday? I said, 2 days ago. I think I said it Friday. I said, listen, man, I have doubts that Uncle Al Heyman will allow Caleb Plant to accept this fight with Canelo Alvarez, because if he don't want to lose another belt. Remember, PBC had, I'm going to run it down to you guys. PBC had, at one point in time in a 6-month span, they had all of the heavyweight belts. Andrew Ruiz, Deontay Wilder. Caleb Eggplant got the IBL super middleweight belt, right? Jamal Charlo has the WBC middleweight belt, right? Jamel Charlo has the he's the unified champion. He has 3 belts at the junior middleweight division, right? And then at the welterweight division, Errol Spence has 2 belts. And then Ugas has a belt, right? So they have a lot of belts. Now, they don't lost all of the heavyweight titles to UK fighters, right? Now Check this out. Check this out. Now they saw what Canelo did to Billy Joe Saunders. Everyone knows Eggplant is going to get folded up like a lawn chair. Billy Joe went 8 rounds. Eggplant, what was my prediction? I say about 4 or 5 rounds. I give him 6 rounds just because I'm trying to be nice. I give him 6 rounds because Canelo may be like, I'll let him go a little bit. Canelo gonna stop that dude. That dude won't see 6 rounds against Canelo. You see what I'm saying? So Eggplant, $750,000 plus 25% and corner fee manager. Plant left with Jack. Exactly. Hold on, Halim. It's one thing you're forgetting. You're forgetting about the IRS over here. He got to pay the tax man. $750,000. He wanted to pay the tax man about 39% of that. So, on my phone at? Here it go right here. So let me do this. Let me do this. Caleb Eggplant. He broke. Caleb Eggplant is broken than a broke dick dog right now. So let's do this. Times 0.39%. So $750,000. We're gonna take 39% for the IRS, maybe 40, right? So this is what we got. That leaves him with $457,500. So his last fight, he got paid $750,000. IRS probably took like 39% of that, maybe 40. That left him with $457,500. And then on top of that, he got to pay Uncle Al. He has to pay the networks that he's fighting on. They're gonna get their cut. He has to pay his Uncle Al is an advisor and a manager, so he's gonna get charged. Uncle Al gonna hit him up twice. Listen, I manage you and I advise you, so he's gonna get an advisor fee and he's gonna get a management fee. Then he got to pay his corner. You see what I'm saying? Man, once Caleb Plant finished, he might walk away. He might walk away with $200,000. So Caleb Plant needs $8 to $10 million. The only problem with that is he don't deserve $8 to $10 million. Sir, listen. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm finna show you. I know what the hell I'm talking about. Remember this quote unquote so-called negotiations that was supposed to be going on with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence? What was the Alphabet Boys? Oh yeah, slide tendencies. Don't forget the sanctioning fee. I forgot all about that, fam. Thank you so much. I forgot all about that. Remember the argument. Let me say it straight to you. You are a racist. Sammy, you say I don't know stuff about boxing. I am a racist. Okay, then why are you over here watching a racist? If I'm a racist, why are you over here? Why? Because I called them color me bad? I called them the fake Robin Thicke? I hurt your feelings? Well, stay over here. Just stay on over here so I can hurt your feelings some more. You's a buster. You see what I'm saying? I don't give a damn about you, Sammy Sam. How about that? Anyways, let me go back to talking about Eggplant. So we got my main man, Sammy Sam. Sammy, he getting all butthurt. So let me go ahead and roast him right quick. Sammy, you in the wrong channel, sir. You need to go back to the Alphabet Boy channel, sir. I don't give a damn about color me bad. I don't give a damn about no Caleb Plant. And if you're offended by what I'm saying, good. I mean to offend you. If you feel like I'm a racist, why are you here? Period. Kick rocks. Bye, Felicia. Go ahead and get you out of here. Bye, Felicia. You're done. Anyways, now back to what I was saying. Bless his poor heart. Bless Sammy poor heart. He representing for Caleb Eggplant. So anyways, back to what I was saying, guys. Caleb Eggplant, the only problem is, sir, you have not brought anything to the table. So let me explain something to you. Remember the whole argument with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. What were the Alphabet Boy people saying? They said that Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence is doing most of the heavy lifting. Errol Spence is doing the better numbers. Terrence Crawford need to take whatever he can get. Do you remember this, guys? Do you remember this? Karma, do you remember this? Errol Spence, yeah, I adore me or more. Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs by Color Me Bad. That's on their first album. Anyways, do you remember this? Terrence Crawford need to take whatever he can get because Errol Spence is doing the heavy lifting. He's bringing more belts to the table. Do you notice how when it's Terrence Crawford yeah, the Alphabet Boys. That's right, Easy Play, the Alphabet Boys, the letter people. Notice when it's Terrence Crawford, it's he need to be reasonable. He need to bow down and accept anything Errol Spence says. Errol Spence is doing most of the heavy lifting by collecting the belts. He's doing the better numbers. So explain this to me. How in one breath you can say that Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford needs to bow down to Errol Spence because Errol Spence is the bigger star. Errol Spence is doing the better numbers. Errol Spence has more belts, and Terrence Crawford needs to bow down and do whatever Errol Spence say do. So let me go by that logic. If I go by that logic, how can you say that when it comes to Terrence Crawford, but when it comes to Color Me Bad, aka Caleb Eggplant, it's something totally different? Now, when it comes to Caleb Eggplant, oh, he need to get $10 million plus. Oh, he needs to get a percentage of the pay-per-view. But wait a minute. Canelo is the bigger star. Canelo is the one that's doing the heavy lifting. Canelo is Thanos collecting all of the Infinity Stones, aka the belts, right? So Canelo did 73,000 at the AT&T Center in Jerry's World, sold it out, right? You know, Canelo Alvarez got pay-per-view numbers out of the wazoo. So if I was to go by their logic, how come when it's Terrence Crawford, he needs to bow down to Errol Spence because he is the bigger star. He has more belts. He's doing the heavy lifting. But when it comes to Canelo Alvarez, Caleb Eggplant, the standard is different for him. Do you see? This is the problem with the Alphabet Boy community, with their logic. They have no logic. These dudes have no credibility. So Pat say Bud is a fraud. He's a fraud, huh? Okay, that's how you feel? I totally disagree with that. But I don't know if you're a fanboy or not, but if you're a fanboy of Pat's Nation, you might not want to be on this channel because we don't rock with fanboys over here. I hate fanboys, period. I hate fanboys with a passion. So if you're a fanboy on Pat's Nation, you might not want to be over here, sir. This ain't the place for you. But anyways, back to what I was saying. How in the hell, when it comes to Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, there's a problem. Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford needs to bow down because the fake Vanilla Ice, which is Caleb Eggplant, the fake Vanilla Ice baby, basically, the fake Vanilla Ice deserves to get more money. But according to your logic, if Errol Spence has more belts, doing better numbers, and he's a bigger star, then what is Canelo Alvarez to Caleb Plant? Explain that to me. What is Canelo Alvarez in compared to Caleb Plant? Caleb Eggplant is nobody. Nobody know who this dude is. So how in the hell Terrence Crawford needs to be reasonable when it comes to Errol Spence, but when it comes to Caleb Eggplant, everything different. Their logic is crazy. Caleb Eggplant never had a pay-per-view. Caleb Eggplant never sold out an event before in his life. And the most money Caleb Eggplant has ever made was $750,000 that Uncle Al paid him. The boy can't make no money over there with the PBC. He is still living in the same double-wide trailer that he grew up in Nashville, Tennessee. Literally. So you're trying to tell me that Crawford got to be reasonable when it comes to Errol Spence, but when it comes to Eggplant, he deserves that. How in the hell he deserves that? How? Okay, let's go by your numbers. What numbers can you show me, Alphabet Boy community, where Caleb Eggplant deserved $10 million plus? What numbers can you show me? What numbers can you show me that Caleb Plant deserves $10 million plus, according to your own logic? If Caleb Plant is nobody, Caleb Plant ain't bringing nothing to the table but one belt. Nobody knows who he is. He's never did a pay-per-view. He's never sold out a boxing match before in his life. The only thing he got here is the IBF belt. And he's not a cash cow. The most money he's ever made was $750,000 in his last fight. The guy can't draw flies to horse manure. But you're trying to tell me he deserves $10 million plus, but Terrence Crawford has to bow down to Errol Spence. And Canelo Alvarez is the biggest star in the sport of boxing. So he get to tell Canelo what he want, when he wanted, and this dude broke, still living in a double wide trailer. Child to the please, that make sense to me. You know these alphabet boys can make you start hating a boxer because of their theories and mysteries. Caleb Plant is a good dude, and I like him personally. His story, I like his story. He has a good story. He has a good story. You see what I'm saying? I don't hate Caleb Plant. I just don't like him. I ain't never liked him. I never liked Caleb Plant. I just don't like the dude. Period. You know what I mean? He's a good, he's a good guy. He's nice. He's a nice guy, friendly guy. You know what I mean? But this the fight business. I'm not here to babysit dudes' feelings, man. If you need babysitting, this is the wrong channel. You see what I'm saying? I'm not here to babysit. I'm not Al B. Sure. I'm not Ralph Tresvant, El DeBarge, Chico DeBarge. Man with sensitivity ass niggas. I ain't got time for that. You see what I'm saying? I don't like Caleb Plant, period. But put my own bias aside for not liking Caleb Plant, and I'm admitting that I don't like the dude. So anyways, but I'm going to just say this. I don't like the dude, and I'm going to tell you why I don't like the dude. I don't like Caleb Plant because he had an opportunity to fight a guy that's on his side of the street, David Benavidez. And I don't like the way he chunked off David Benavidez as though, hey, man, David Benavidez, he ain't done nothing. He need to fight somebody. Caleb Plant, you haven't done anything. You need to fight somebody. So how you going to chump off David Benavidez and you guys are on the same side of the street? David Benavidez is a PBC fighter. Caleb Eggplant is a PBC fighter. I'm tired of these PBC. I can't be babysitting these fighters, man. Nobody wants to fight each other and unite to become undisputed over there in the PBC. Now you hear Jamal Charlo calling out Boo Boo Andrade saying he want to fight, and then he called out Triple G. You see what I'm saying? This is how I know to be watching my videos. Because I was the same guy that jumped on Jamal Charlo neck. Remember, guys, I'm the one that jumped on Jamal Charlo neck and said, listen, you sitting there calling out Canelo Alvarez. You need to be focusing on trying to become undisputed in your division. Do you remember me saying that? Do you remember me saying that? Do you remember me saying that? I said that Jamal Charlo needs to be focused on uniting, becoming undisputed in his division and stop trying to chase doggone off Canelo Alvarez. Now Jamal Charlo is calling out Boo Boo Andrade, saying he'll fight him now after saying he won't fight him. Now he's calling out Triple G, according to the Alphabet Boy channels. Do you see what I'm saying? But I was the one jumping down his neck last week. You guys know that. You was here. I was the one jumping down his neck, saying that he need to stop cloud chasing Canelo and he need to focus on becoming undisputed in his division. Remember that, guys? Remember I said, listen, you have 4 champions in the middleweight division. You have Murata, which is a Japanese, the guy from Japan. He has a WBA belt. You have Jamal Charlo has a WBC belt. You have Triple G has the IBF, and you have Boo Boo Andrade has the WBO. Remember I said that. Remember I said that, guys. You see what I'm saying? Antonio John, what do you say? Shout out to the super chat. You get what you negotiate, not what you deserve. Plus, he got the last Infinity Stone. How bad does Thanos need the stone? No, the question is how bad does Antonio, shout out for the super chat. How bad does Caleb Plant need the money? That's the question. He's not in the my whole point is this. He can be a fool and say I want 10 million, 15, 20 million dollars. Guess what? Son, you only have a net worth of $1 million. When you only have a net worth of $1 million, you're not in the position to be telling somebody any demands. When the guy who you are trying to get demands from is worth $150 million. It's the cash cow of the division. It's the cash cow of boxing. You got $750,000 from your last fight, sir. You are broke. You don't have any money. That's broke in the sport of boxing. You ain't in no position. If Canelo give you $8 million, I'll jump on that $8 million in a heartbeat. He's not in the position to play hardball because guess what? I'm gonna tell you why he's not in the position to play hardball. When you poor and broke and ain't got no money, and you still living in a double wide trailer in Tennessee, you need to be trying to, hey man, how much you gonna pay me? $8 million? That's a bet, dog. Hey, can I get 10? Oh, I can't get 10? Okay. Hey, babe, listen, but I'm gonna have my fans. Oh, I ain't got no fans. Wait a minute. There's a lot of people that I'm gonna bring that's gonna sell out the. Oh, wait a minute. I ain't got nobody that's gonna come out and watch me fight. So basically, the people Canelo bringing everybody to him. Everybody who bought this fight is gonna tune in to see Canelo. Get the belt. They're not even watching. Shout out to Henry Zadie. Shout out to my main man Henry man for the super chat. Shout out to my main man Henry for the super chat, and we're gonna hit the Ali bell. Not only that, I'm saying, listen, bro, when you don't have $1 million in the bank as a boxer and you only getting your highest payday was $750,000, how are you gonna tell somebody else I need 10 million plus? And if you don't give me 10 million, I'll walk away from the fight. That means you are content with being broke, sir. Bro, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. If I'm broke like that, and Canelo offered me $8 million, where I sign at? You want to know why? Because I'm making $8 million. I'm making 10 times more than what I made my previous fight. I don't have any fans. I can't sell out a venue to save my life, and no one is going to buy pay-per-view to see me fight. And Uncle Al ain't paying me. Those are the reasons why I would take whatever Canelo gives me. Shout out to my main man Brian Edwards for the $10 super chat. Any Caleb Plant fans in the building, please just educate me, brother. Help me, make me understand, because maybe I'm slow. Make me figure out how Caleb Plant, a guy who can't bring flies to horse manure, never sold out an event in his life. Never sold out an event in his life. Living in a double wide trailer in Nashville, Tennessee. Nobody in the United States knows who this guy is outside of the Alphabet Boy community. And if they don't talk about him, won't nobody know who he is. That's how irrelevant this dude is. So I agree with you, brother. How bad does Thanos want the last Infinity Stone? But the question is, how bad does Caleb Plant need that money? Because if he's content with making the little bit of money that he's making with the PBC, then guess what? Maybe he don't need the money. Shout out to Henry Zane, man, for the $29 super chat again, man, for another one. Maybe he don't need the money. But I tell you what, if I was Caleb, hey, listen, Uncle Al, check this out, man. I'm broke. I'm still living in a double wide trailer with my moms. You know, my moms and dad raised me in. Listen, fam, it's hard on the yard right now. You ain't paying me no money, dog. I am the IBF super middleweight champion. You ain't paying me no money. I'm doing bad. I made $750,000 in my last fight. Once I got through paying everybody, I brought home about $300,000. I brought home about $300,000. Man, listen, it's looking funny. My money looking funny right now. This is what we say in the South. When you're broke and you ain't got no money and you struggling, we say, my money looking funny right now. Caleb Plant money looking real funny, and I'm not pocket watching. I'm just calling it like it is. Because he said, what he did say that I did hear him say. He said that, hey, listen, man, he feel like he deserves to get paid more money. He's not making the kind of money that he wants to make. So Caleb Plant even talking about his financial situation. I really think Canelo is focused on becoming undisputed. The only way the fight doesn't happen, the Plant truly doesn't want the fight and prices himself out and puts up a ton of roadblocks and construction signs. Hey, Adam, you hit the nail right on the head. This is exactly what I said last week. And I was telling Shelton Moore this when he was here. I said, listen, man, I don't even know if he's going to sign that contract. I don't even know if Uncle Al going to allow him to sign the contract to fight Canelo. Because do they want to lose that belt? You see what I'm saying? Do they want to lose that belt? He ain't in no position. He's not in no position to he's not in no position to be demanding anything. Damn thing. Listen, man, Billy Joe got $8 million. Get a man $8 million. I give you a little small percentage of the pay-per-view. But we all know this dude ain't got no fans. Billy Joe Saunders had a country behind him. Can Caleb Plant say the same thing himself to even justify that? And that's if this is what he said. Look, what kind of leverage you have outside of, well, I got the last belt that you want. That's all. That's it? That's all you got? Well, do you have a fan base, sir? Okay, if we go by the Alphabet Boy logic, if we go by the Alphabet Boy logic, let's do this. If we go by the Alphabet Boy logic, they said Errol Spence is doing heavy lifting. Canelo Alvarez is doing the heavy lifting. They say Errol Spence is big fish. Canelo Alvarez is the killer whale. They say Errol Spence has more belts and he's bringing more to the table. Canelo Alvarez has more belts and bringing more to the table. They say because of all of that, Crawford needs to bow down to Errol Spence and take whatever Errol Spence offers him. Well, if I use that same logic, Caleb Eggplant needs to bow down and take whatever Canelo offers him. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get how they're trying to flip it now? You get how they're trying to flip it? You see what I'm saying? Do you get how they're trying to flip it now? Man, Charlo Andrade Benavidez and playing on some BS. They like daddy. They like daddy. Canelo, please give me the fight and payday. You see what I'm saying? Wizard Sleeve, which is his double wide trailer. His double trailer is maybe on double glaze. Playing $9 million to a drug dealer. That's why he needs a man, I don't know, man. Proud father, what do you say, man? Playing no, he has the last belt left for Canelo to make history for super middleweight undisputed. So he's trying to get the most he can or lose his title. Hey, proud father, I agree with you on that. If that's the case. Peter Reed said, Coach, remember we said this last time. Exactly. Peter Reed, you hit the nail right on the head. We said this last time, fam. We said that. We said that last time, Peter Reed. We said, man, he may try to ask for too much money. You see what I'm saying? Like, what is he bringing to the table? If Crawford is not bringing anything to the table in the Errol Spence fight, tell me what is Caleb Plant bringing to the table? Can anybody tell me that? What is Caleb Plant bringing to the table? Well, he got the last belt. Okay, he got the last belt. What else he bringing to the table? Don't tell me he bringing numbers. The boy can't sell out a venue in his own city. Caleb Plant fought in his own city and he couldn't sell that out. I think $8 million is fair. I'm gonna tell you why I think $8 million is fair. Because the man need the money. I want to see Caleb Plant get paid. I don't like Caleb Plant, but I do want to see him get paid. But $10 million or more, come on, man, that's crazy. That's ludicrous. Especially. So basically, you saying my belt is worth $8 million. Hold on. Eliza, you just said that. Plant's IBF belt is only worth $8 million. So basically, that's what he's saying. He's saying my belt is worth $8 million. Because he know he ain't going to win, right? Who got the most money, Eddie Hearn or Al Heyman? Probably Al Heyman. Al Heyman probably worth like $300 million. Uncle Al got more money. Coach, I just think Plant is just starting high negotiations. Yeah, J Matt, I don't know if it's true. Fam, to be honest with you. Remember, I'm just going off of what some Alphabet Boy channel said, that video that was sent to me this morning. And I'm just saying, like, how do you justify that? How do you justify $1 to $10 million plus? Caleb Eggplant ain't fought nobody. One. Caleb Eggplant ain't bringing nothing to the table. Tell me what his numbers was in his first pay-per-view. None. Tell me how many venues he sold out. None. Who knows the fake Color Me Bad? Nobody. Nobody know this guy. Miércoles. You hit the nail right on the head. Miércoles. You hit the nail right on the head, fam. You hit the nail right on the head. Crawford is a 3-division champion and was undisputed. So if he don't deserve to get paid against Errol Spence, explain to me, how does Caleb Eggplant deserve to get paid against Canelo Alvarez? Eggplant ain't nobody. If you are not from the United States, anybody that's from another country, I promise you, I can tell you this. Nobody know who this guy is. Nobody know who Color Me Bad is. Nobody know this guy. Nobody. So it's going to be what the question is, what is Canelo Alvarez willing to pay to get that belt? And if Canelo say, no, my friend, it doesn't work that way. You are nobody. You are nobody. Uncle Al ain't paying you no money. Caleb Plant would be a fool to turn down $7-8 million from Canelo Alvarez. He'll be a fool to turn that down. He'll be a fool to turn that down because he's broke. This is prize fighting. This is prize fighting, right? This is prize fighting. He's broke. Listen, bro, I tell you what, let somebody like Anthony Joshua or a Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder or Errol Spence or a Terrence Crawford, they say, look, I'm broke. I ain't got no money, right? I'm broke. I ain't got no money. I'm living in a double wide trailer. The most money I've ever made is $750,000. And they say, look here, man, Coach Malachi, check this out, dog. You broke. You ain't nobody. You a fake ass Color Me Bad. You what we gonna do is this here. We are going to I'm gonna offer you $6 million, $7 million. I'm gonna offer you $8 million on the strength. I'm gonna give you that because the last fight you had, because you're still living in the double wide trailer with your moms, and in the last fight you had, your highest purse was $750,000. You need to take this money. Where do I sign? Where do I sign? That's what I'm gonna say, man. What do I sign? Michael Buffer, what do you say? Wilder did this to AJ after AJ beat Klitschko. Wilder said he won a 50-50 split, and that's why there's a divide in making fights to show lack of respect for the guys who are the cash cows. Yeah, where do I sign? J Mac, what you say, J Mac? If Plant doesn't get this fight, he should lead the PBC. No other fight at 168 would bring him close to $8 to $10 million. Exactly. This is the opportunity of a lifetime, J Mac. That's all I'm saying, fam. I want to see Caleb Plant get paid. He's a boxer. I want to see these fighters make money, right? But you have to be, my point is this here. You can't say that Terrence Crawford needs to be realistic and reasonable when it comes to Errol Spence. When Crawford is making $4.3 million per fight, regardless of who he fights, he needs to be reasonable when it comes to Errol Spence. But Caleb Plant needs to demand a high amount of money. And Caleb Plant, don't nobody know who he is. At least people know who Crawford is. Everybody know who Crawford is. Whether you agree whether he's a big star or not, we can argue, we can debate that all day. But everybody know who Crawford is. Tell me how many people in your family talking about Caleb Plant. I got an 8-year-old daughter. She know who Terrence Crawford is. If I ask her who Caleb Plant is, she gonna say, man, who is that? So what does he bring to the table? What does he bring to the table? Plant is an athletic fighter that flurries and spurts. You best believe Canelo going to time him and counter him. Yeah, man, that's going to be a stoppage. Caleb Eggplant owe Uncle Al and PBC some money. They probably losing money. They probably losing money on him. They probably don't lost money on that dude, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. When you broke and ain't got no money, dog, when you fighting the pound for pound, the best fighter in the world, you are not in no position to go around and say, look, I'm Grand Poobah. I want $10 million plus pay-per-view. Sir, listen, those tactics not gonna work against King Canelo. Billy Joe got $8 million. Why you worried about what Billy Joe got? Billy Joe had an entire country backing him. Billy Joe had the UK backing him. Billy Joe was at least bringing that to the table. Billy Joe Saunders. Nobody know who Color Me Bad is. The fake Robin Thicke, the Justin Timberlake, the fake John B. Nobody know who this dude is. The fake Justin Bieber. Hold on, I missed the super chat. I missed the super chat. Sorry about that. Henry, shout out for the super chat, man. Caleb's on reach and mentality will crush Canelo. Watch. Hey, Henry, What did it say, fam? Caleb's reach and mentality will crush Canelo. Oh, Elizabeth. Oh, this is the big one. I'm coming to join you, honey. With Caleb eggplant on my mind. I need some water for that one, bro. Bro, I need some water. Hey, Henry. Hey, that's a good one. Hey, man, you got to be a comedian, man. Hey, Henry. Hey, man, listen, man. You got to be Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams, Kevin Hart, Rodney Dangerfield, which is one of my favorite comedians. You have to be Eddie Murphy in his prime. You have to be Earthquake, the Lenny Bruce, George Carlin. You have to be one of those guys, bro. I mean, that was funny. I mean, I'm not trying to make mockery of you, sir, but that was funny. That was real fun. I'm not gonna lie. That was real funny. Caleb, a hype job. Benavidez, the real problem. Oh man, listen, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That was funny, there, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That was funny. That was funny. That was funny. Now I ain't gonna lie. I needed to laugh. Now I needed to laugh. Again, I want to see Caleb Plant get paid. I do want to see him get paid. I'm not gonna lie, but he has to be reasonable. You talking about $10 million? Caleb. Hey, Henry, boy, you love. Hey, Henry. Hey, Henry. Hey, Henry. Yeah, that was a good one, man. That was a good one, fam. I ain't gonna lie, that was a good one. Hey, Henry, you got me over here crying. Oh, you got me over here crying, boy. Hey, Henry. Oh man, I can't breathe. All right. Time out. Hold up, time out, y'all. Time out. Let me get a quick breather right quick. Oh, let me get a quick breather right quick. Okay, now. All right. Jabril Bay said Geico Premium just went up after eye socket, arm damage, etc. against opponents. Yeah, man. That's something else. Jacinto Cacho. Cacho, what's going on, fam? Caleb is just overpricing himself for the fight not to happen. That's all. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, man. He claims it's about legacy. No, it's about money. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you're not worth when you know about it. Yeah, exactly. My thing is, Caleb Plant, stop talking about it's about legacy. If it was about legacy, you would have been trying to fight the other champions in your division before Canelo moved up to get those belts. It ain't about no legacy. Man, you broke. You ain't got no money. You living in a double-wide trailer. Cut the bullshit. It's not about no legacy. You need to try to get as much money as you can, which you're going to mess around and let Uncle Al talk you out of getting that money. Because you need the money more than Canelo need that belt. And this is facts. You need the money more than Canelo need that belt. You know what I mean? You need that money. You need to get that bread up, bro. If I was you, I'd get that bread. So Oscar said, what round do you think Canelo will start playing in? I say about the 4th or 5th round. I give him 6. Just because Color Me Bad was one of my favorite R&B groups when they came out. I give him 6 on the strength of Color Me Bad. Oh, I like the Vanilla Ice too. I like Vanilla Ice too. Oh man. I'm just saying, I like Vanilla Ice too. So, Mr. Ice Baby. Vanilla Ice was my guy. I like Vanilla Ice, man. I'm telling you, man. I like Vanilla Ice, man. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I like Vanilla Ice, man. You know what I mean? So, all I'm saying is this here. We said this last week. If you go back and look at the live from Friday, I said this. Caleb Plant is probably going to try to ask for a boatload of money, right? Or he's going to try to ask for a boatload of money, and I doubt if Uncle Al will allow him to sign that contract. Now, the good news is Canelo wants to fight in September. I think Caleb Plant is going to come around. Fast Eddie going to go talk to Uncle Al. He going to say, Al, look, listen. Let's talk. Al Heyman, listen, let's talk. I'm going to give you an offer you can't refuse. Ice Baby, a.k.a. Vanilla Ice, a.k.a. The Fake Color Me Bad, a.k.a. Robin Slick, a.k.a. Justin Timberfake. The man living in a double wide trailer. You ain't paying the man. The man ain't got no money. He's struggling. We willing to offer him, we fixing to give him an offer he can't refuse. We are willing to pay him 10 times more than what he's ever been paid in his life. We'll give him the deal we gave Billy Joe Saunders. We shouldn't give him that because Billy Joe is a bigger star than Caleb Plant, and Billy Joe has an entire country behind him. So this is what we're gonna do. What you say, fam? Harleen, Luke Caleb Smith got $3 million. Yeah, he got $3 million. I think he got a percentage of the pay-per-view. So that might have took him up to like $8 million. He got $3 million base pay, Harleen, and because Billy Joe got like $3 million base pay. No, I think Billy Joe got like $5 million, something like that. But they say once it was all said and done, it was either like $3 million or $5 million. When it was all said and done, he got a percentage of the pay-per-view, which took him out to $8 million. So you trying to tell me Caleb Eggplant deserves more than what Billy Joe Saunders got? No. He don't deserve more than what Billy Joe Saunders got. Not in my opinion. Plant not signing that contract is like Wilder not signing the $130 million deal from DAZN. Yeah, that was a $120 million deal from DAZN. Yeah. Uncle Al. It's Uncle Al. Uncle Al. Let me give Uncle Al. Let me give Uncle Al some advice. I don't know. This is why I say the PBC has some terrible advisors. If Al Heyman is an advisor, he's a terrible advisor. Because when you advise Deontay Wilder to walk away from a three-fight, $120 million deal, and that fool listened to you and walked away, that told me everything I needed to know. Man, let me tell you something to you. If you offer me a 3-fight deal worth $120 million, where I sign that? And Shelly Finkel said that the deal was a good offer. Shelly Finkel said the deal was a good offer, but we think that the fight could be worth more money later on down the line. So we're going to come back and revisit this later on. And Deontay Wilder's going to bet on himself. And we see what happened. He fought the Gypsy King. The Gypsy King came in on the throne, beat the brakes off of Deontay Wilder. Now they ain't got no belt. Wilder is at home in Alabama right now. He's training with Malik Scott, and I bet you he's thinking about that $120 million offer he turned down. Think about that, guys. But his advisors told him not to accept the deal because they didn't want him fighting those 3 fights on DAZN. His advisors told him to turn that fight down. Do you see what I'm saying? Caleb not bringing in no views. No one knows who he really is. This is the most he's ever got to talk about. Exactly. This is the most he's ever got talked about outside of what I'm me talking about him and the Alphabet Boys. And guess what? When the Alphabet Boys talk about him, they can't even talk about him with a straight face. I literally saw one of the Alphabet Boy channels who promoting the hell out of Caleb Plant. He was trying to say it with a straight face. He kept stuttering. He kept saying Caleb Plant. He's the bigger guy. And Caleb Plant, he has a wingspan like this. You see what I'm saying? And Caleb Plant, he has really good footwork and he's quick. They was pulling for straws trying to hype this dude up. They were struggling to hype him up. Like literally, no one knows who Caleb Plant is. I can do a survey right now. I can walk out of my house. I can go on South Beach somewhere, right? In the daytime, not nighttime, because in the nighttime, they got a lot of fruity stuff going on South Beach. But I can go to South Beach in the daytime. I can go to Hollywood Beach. I can go to Fort Lauderdale. Hell, I can go to the Liberty City, Overtown. I can go, anywhere in Miami. Carroll City. You see what I'm saying? Opelika. I can go anywhere. Do you know Caleb Plant? They're going to be like, who? What's that? What's that? Is that a new, and listen, if I talk to a vegan, if I say, you know who Caleb Plant is? They could be like, yeah, I had some Caleb Plant last night. A vegan will think a Caleb Plant is a real vegetable, a real plant. Really. Plant versus Trucks PBC 3 fight card, average 1.6 million views, ranks as Fox best PBC fight night performances December 2019. Good. I'm happy for him. Caleb Plant got $750,000 for that fight. $750,000 for that fight. I saw that fight. Show me Caleb Plant pay-per-view numbers. Peter Von Arts. What are Caleb Plant's pay-per-view numbers? And what is his live gate numbers? I haven't done any research on it. Do anybody know Caleb Plant's pay-per-view numbers? And do anybody knows Caleb Plant's live gate numbers? Billy, listen, I think Billy Joe BJS is better than Plant. Absolutely. In my opinion is. I saw his whole fight, last fight. It went 12 rounds. The guy who he fought, Caleb Trucks, was slow, old, and he got hit with every punch that Caleb Plant threw at him, and he couldn't knock him out. Peter, what you say, fam? You said I don't think Plant has done any pay-per-views. So what is his negotiation? You see what I'm saying, Peter? What is his negotiation position? Remember, guys, we said this last week. I said, man, I don't think Al Heyman gonna allow that dude to sign no contract. Because he gonna say, hey, what'd you say? Coach, imagine Caleb Plant offered Canelo 20 mil and Canelo turned it down. This is the problem with that. How can Caleb Plant offer Canelo something that he doesn't have? That's like Deontay Wilder offering Anthony Joshua $50 million when he had a net worth of $10 million. You ain't even got $50 million. How you gonna offer me something that you don't have? Send me a contract and say you got 24 hours to sign it, or it's off. Don't read it. Don't take no time reading it. We don't need to meet. I just said, this is what I said. I sent it to you. Sign it right now, and then sign it right now. Don't read nothing. Don't look at the details of the particulars. Yeah, I ain't got the money, but just sign it right now. I ain't never heard of Marvelous Marvin Hagler say, Sugar Ray, I'm going to give you this one, I'm going to offer you. The fighters don't have the purse. The people who back the fighters have the purse. Henry, no. I'm not saying that Caleb Plant doesn't deserve to get any money, sir. The question is, Henry, what is Caleb Plant bringing to the table to warrant $10 million? And that's if he wants that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, sir. I understand that you are a Caleb Plant fan, Henry. So and I understand that you're a Caleb Plant fan, and I do understand that you love Caleb Plant and you feel very passionate about Caleb Plant, and I do respect that. I don't feel that way about Caleb Plant. I don't. You know what I mean? But I'm not bitter. I want to see him get paid. I've said that. This is your first time coming on my channel. I've never seen you before. But if you was here last week, you would have heard what I said. Last week I said $8 million I think is fair. I think Caleb Plant does deserve to get paid because he is a poor fighter. He's broke. He doesn't have any money. He lives in a double wide trailer in Nashville, Tennessee, and he need $8 million is fair. That's what I said, sir. But you wasn't here, so you don't know that. Being the IBF champ, he's got the belt. Sir, the question is, outside of him being the IBF belt, what is he bringing to the table from a number standpoint? Does Caleb Plant have any fans, Henry? Does Caleb Plant, can you tell me what is his pay-per-view numbers? Can you tell me how many boxing events has he sold out? If you can't tell me that, sir, guess what? He need to take whatever the hell he can get from Canelo Alvarez. Tell me something other than he have the belt. How many fans does he have? Nobody knows this guy. Literally. That's all I'm saying, sir. That's all I'm saying. But I lighten up on him because I see him kind of hurting your feelings about Caleb Plant. I really do. I understand him hurting your feelings about Caleb Plant. But I'm just telling you, sir, like, what is he bringing to the table? You have a belt. So you have a belt. Does that mean Canelo got 3 belts? Canelo got 3 belts. So let me ask you a question. Henry. Henry, I'm glad you brought that up. Henry, you say he's the champ. He got a belt. Canelo has 3 belts. So if Caleb Plant deserves $10 million, tell me, Henry, how much does Canelo deserve? Tell me how much money if Caleb Plant, listen, what you say Plant lives in Las Vegas. He probably lives in Las Vegas, but he's from Tennessee. He's from Tennessee. But my point is this here. If Caleb Plant deserves $10 million, how much does Canelo deserve? He has 3 belts. So if Caleb Plant deserves $10 million for 1 belt, then what does Canelo deserve? He must deserve, Canelo got like 5 belts. He has I think he has the WBC belt, he has the WBO, he has the WBA. I think he has the WBC Aztec belt. He has the Ring Magazine belt. Canelo has the Ring Magazine. He has the WBC, the WBA, the WBO, and I think he has like the Aztec belt or something. So if Caleb Plant deserves $10 million, what do Canelo deserve? A lot more than Caleb. $10 million doesn't hurt. It's not about if it hurts or not. It's about what makes sense. Does Caleb Plant deserve to get paid more than Billy Joe Saunders? Much more than Caleb. Caleb getting a small portion won't hurt. Does Caleb deserve to get more than Billy Joe Saunders? Billy Joe Saunders had a whole country behind him. You know, Uncle Alex. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I want to see a number. You know, how much, you know, I don't see Plant pricing himself out. Listen, and again, if Canelo give him $10 million, more power to him. I won't be mad. Caleb getting $20 million, then it'll shoot up to $35 million, $30 to $45 million based on sponsorship and pay-per-view sales. Hey, Isaac, what you say? Caleb getting $20 million. Isaac say Caleb was getting $20 million. Okay. All right, well, we'll see, man. We'll see. Oh man. Wow. Caleb was getting $20 million. Okay. Shoot, let's see. Canelo will pay $10 million. Nothing will stop this man from his goal. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be on Canelo's terms is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, guys. It's going to be on Canelo's terms. Caleb Eggplant, he's not in the shot calling position. How you in the back seat telling the driver of the car what to do? And he's not the limo driver. I got 1 belt. I'm bringing 1 belt to the table. Fool. I have 3 belts. I have 4 belts. We're not going to count the WBC Aztec belt. He's the Ring Magazine. I think he's the lineal champion, Canelo. I could be wrong about the lineal, but I know he's the Ring Magazine belt, WBA, WBO, WBC. Canelo got like 4 belts. You have 1. That's all I'm saying. So really, for all the Alphabet Boy channels who are saying that Caleb Plant deserves this and Caleb Plant deserves that, child to the please. And another thing, who's betting on Caleb Plant? Nobody. Caleb Plant, on his own mother is not going to bet on him. The whole world knows when he step in that ring, he might go 6 rounds. He might go 6 rounds. You know what's interesting about Legacy? He never mentioned being excited about or maybe being the first super middleweight disputed champion. He mentioned he mentioned was the money. Exactly, he want the money. And listen, Caleb Plant is supposed to want the money. The man ain't got no money. The PBC ain't paying their fighters over there, bro. Fighters in the PBC are not making money like that. There's only a few fighters. There's only a few fighters that is making money. Deontay Wilder is the cash cow of the PBC, and they losing money with Deontay Wilder. I.e., that's why Showtime dropped him, right? Listen, Errol Spence is making money over there. Keith Thurman made money over there. Mikey Garcia made money over there. So that's 4. Who else? Sean Porter, I think he might have made a little something. He worth like $5 million over there. The Charlos ain't making no money. The Charlos don't have a net worth of $2 million. That's Jamel and Jamal. Nobody ain't making no money over there with the PBC. But when you hear these alphabet board channels talk, they talk like you know, the PBC fighters. The PBC fighters, the PBC fighters is they eating over there. They making a lot of money over there. Let them tell it. Let them tell it. The PBC fighters is making a whole lot of money over there. They're not. Caleb Plant ain't making no money over there. I don't even know why he over there. To be honest with you, he ain't making no money. If let's say Canelo don't want to be undisputed. Let's say Canelo say, oh, you know what, man, I ain't thinking about undisputed. I'm going to just keep fighting mandatories for my belt. Caleb Plant to be mad as hell right now. Yeah, AB made money. You're right. Efren, AB made money. Adrian Broner made money over there. So you got Adrian Broner, Keith Thurman. We're going to throw Sean Porter in there just for argument's sake. Errol Spence, he worth $8 million. Crawford is worth $8 million too. Errol Spence, Deontay Wilder, Mikey Garcia. That's it. That's it. When I say that's it, that's it. No, the Charlos, they doing listen, they got jewelry, they have cars, they flash on Instagram. Dude, they don't have $2 million net worth. Because they fights don't generate money. They fights don't generate money. See, this is how the fight game go, guys. When a guy gets paid a lot of money, it's because he is a big draw. The money is going to come from the people who are willing to spend money to watch you fight. You have people who are willing to spend money. You have people who are willing to spend money to watch Canelo fight. You have people who are willing to spend money to watch Floyd Mayweather fight. Floyd Mayweather is the PBC. He was the PBC. Once Floyd Mayweather retired, the PBC kind of went, you know what I mean? So that's what's going on over there. Deontay Wilder is the cash cow over there. He making money over there. And he can't sell out an event to save his life. The best thing ever happened to Deontay Wilder was Tyson Fury. Because that's how he was able to get paid, fighting Tyson Fury. And Al Heyman ain't paying him. Heyman takes all of the broadcasting dollars. Reason why pay-per-views are huge for PBC. Not really. The pay-per-views are not huge for PBC. The only huge pay-per-view event that PBC had was the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder second fight. And that was 800,000 pay-per-view buys. It was from 800,000 to 850,000 pay-per-view buys. That's it. And the era that I come from, Anthony, that ain't no good. Those are all right numbers. They're not good numbers. Because I'm 47, right? So I remember a time where pay-per-view, if you did less than $1 million, those are not good numbers. But that's the most pay-per-view PBC has done outside of Floyd Mayweather. If you look at the top 30 pay-per-view buys, nobody on the PBC is on there outside of Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is like, he got 6 spots in the top 10. And then you have Mike Tyson, who has like 3 spots. You have Lennox Lewis and Holyfield. You have Holyfield and George Foreman. 1.4 million pay-per-view buys. Those are numbers. Oscar De La Hoya on there too. Manny Pacquiao on there. I can show you the top 30. Forget the top 10. The top 30 pay-per-view buys. in the history of boxing. Guess what? Guess what? Deontay Wilder ain't on there. Errol Spence damn sure ain't on there. Damn sure ain't on there. His numbers is terrible. But the bar has been set so low now. Forget the pandemic. Before the pandemic, they wasn't doing no numbers. None. Floyd Mayweather was the one who built the PBC. Shout out to Henry. This been a unification about Caleb needs to be clever. Yeah, listen, don't get me wrong. Caleb Plant deserves to get some money. I want to see him get paid. And if he can get $10 million from Canelo, fine. All I'm saying is, explain to me how does he deserve to get $10 million when, according to the Alphabet Boys, again, let me preface this. According to the Alphabet Boys, Errol Spence is doing all of the heavy lifting. So Terrence Crawford, who is a three-time world champion, three-division world champion, has been a champion for 7 years, has been undisputed at one division. If he is not bringing nothing to the table because Errol Spence has more belts and is doing the heavy lifting, then he should accept anything that Errol Spence offers him. Let's say I agree with that. Now, if I apply that same logic from the Alphabet Boy community to Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant is doing worse than Crawford. He's never been undisputed. He hasn't been, he's not a multi-champion, multi-division champion. Nobody knows who he is. He's never sold out an event in his life. At least the Terrence Crawford fight in Omaha, Nebraska, he sell it out. Caleb Plant has never sold out an event in his own hometown. And nobody knows who he is. And the most money that he's gotten paid is $750,000 his last fight. So if Terrence Crawford don't deserve to get paid fighting Errol Spence, according to the Alphabet Boy logic, how in the hell does Color Me Bad deserve to get $10 million? Now, if anybody can explain that to me, please do. If Canelo gets $30-40 million and a two-time cheat, then Caleb deserves $10 million. And a two-time cheat, okay. Obviously, I don't think you like Canelo, but that's fine. Again, tell me how Caleb Plant deserves $10 million. Make it make sense to me. Explain it to me, sir. I'm a polio Valle. Tell me how does Caleb Plant deserves $10 million? Give me some numbers. Say, because Caleb Plant, he sold out he sold out boxing events. He did massive pay-per-view numbers. You see what I'm saying? Give me something like that. Explain to me how he deserves $10 million. That's all I want to know. Tell me something other than he has the last belt that Canelo wants. Just tell me that. That's all I'm saying. Just tell me that. Jason said, I'm so happy that you're telling like it is, finding someone who knows what they're talking about. Tell me that. If Caleb Plant was a draw, if people knew who he was, if Caleb Plant sold out, listen, Canelo did 73, him and Billy Joe Saunders did 73,000 in Dallas, Texas, at the AT&T Center. Tell me, give me an example of what Caleb Plant has done. That's all I'm saying. If Caleb Plant can get $10 million, get your money. I ain't mad at him. He needs it. He needs it. But show me that. That's all I'm saying. Give me some numbers. Show me something. That's all I'm saying. Because when we talk about Canelo or we talk about any other fighter, we can say, you know what, man, well, pay-per-view wise, Canelo was in the top 10 pay-per-views too. When he fought Floyd Mayweather. He's in the history books. Show me something historic that Caleb Plant has done. Show me some numbers that he's done. Listen, can we go to Box Rec or anywhere and show me where he sold, where he's United, where he been multi-division world champion, or show me that where he's had multiple belts. Show me where he's been rated pound for pound or anything. Show me anything. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, brother. Just show me something. Hearing what he said, I'm Indian. Maybe he's a draw. No, he's not a draw, sir. You Indian. He's not a draw. I'm telling you, I live in the United States. Nobody know who this guy is outside of the PBC. Other than that, Plant don't deserve anything. That's all I'm saying. What did Rocket Fielding do? Rocket Fielding did nothing. But Rocket Fielding didn't get $10 million. I'm a polio. Rocky Fielding didn't get $10 million. So what you saying? That's all I'm saying. What you saying? Rocky Fielding fought Canelo. He took what Canelo offered him, paid him. He got beat up, whatever the case may be. He got his money and he went home. You didn't hear nothing about Rocky Fielding saying, "Oh yeah, let's say I need $10 million. Let's say plus I want 10%. I want a percentage of the pay-per-view." Rocky Fielding didn't do that. If it would have been Caleb and Canelo and Plant in Dallas, Texas, they'd have done the same numbers or more. Listen, if they would have done the same numbers, it wouldn't have been because of Caleb Plant. I can tell you that. What you say because Caleb Plant is more popular in the States? Fact. No, he's not. Peter Von Arx, where are you from, sir? Obviously, you don't know what you're talking about, and you are not from the United States. You're not from the United States. I know that for a fact. You can't be from the United States. For you to say some dumbass shit like this, to say that Caleb Plant is more popular in the United States, fact. In comparison to where? In comparison to where? Nobody knows who Caleb Plant is. Nobody. The PBC know who he is. The Alphabet Boys know who he is. Caleb Plant has never sold out a boxing event before in his life. Caleb Plant has never done any pay-per-view sales before in his life. Canelo did 73,000. Him and Billy Joe Saunders in Dallas, Texas. And that was a pro-Canelo crowd. Nobody knows who Caleb Plant is. I live in the United States, sir. You cannot tell me Caleb Plant is known in the United States and I live in this country. You can't tell me that. There's a lot of boxing fans outside of people who cover the sport of boxing. They do not know who Caleb Plant is. He's not popular here. No, I'm a polio. I'm a polio. Listen, I don't blame Caleb Plant if he wants $10 million. My question is, I'm gonna repeat this. Give me some numbers to tell me, okay, like when you say I'm worth this, let me break this down. This is simple economics. If you say I am worth this, this is what I am worth. This is my value, right? Let's break this down. Debo the God say most casual boxing fans don't know who Caleb Plant is. Plant is gaining notoriety off Canelo's name. Exactly. Let me break this down. I can't even argue with Peter Von Arx no more. Peter Von Arx say that now you're talking delusional. Plant is way more popular than BJS or Callum Smith, sir. Listen, that's not what you said, sir. You said that Caleb Plant is popular in the United States. I'm telling you he's not. I'm telling you he's not popular in the United States. And if he's more popular in the United States than Billy Joe Saunders or Caleb Smith, it's because nobody knows who Billy Joe Saunders and Caleb Smith is because they don't fight in the United States. But Billy Joe Saunders is known in his own country. That's the difference. Billy Joe Saunders is known in his own country. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you on whether Caleb Plant is popular in the United States or not. But clearly you are trolling. You don't know what you're talking about. So I'm going to ignore you on this here. You're not from the United States. Answer this question. Peter Von Arx, where are you from? Peter Barnard, where are you from? That's all I want to know. Where are you from? You ain't answering the question. Why would you answer that question? Where are you from, Peter Barnard? You live in Wisconsin. How in the hell you live in Wisconsin? And I've been to Wisconsin before. There's nothing up there. How in the hell you live in Wisconsin and you saying Caleb Plant is popular in the United States? Is there people who know him in the United States? There's some people who know him. Is he popular? No, he's not. No, he's not. In order for you to be popular, popular meaning pop, in order for you to be popular, that means a lot of people know who you are. That means that when you fight, people come out in droves to see you fight. This guy has not sold out an event before in his life. Period. What you say, nah, coach, please address Mike Carpenter's last tweet. I don't know what his last tweet is, Brandon, to be honest with you. I don't know what his last tweet is, my man Brandon, to be honest with you. Peter Barnard's living in Wisconsin, and he's saying that Caleb Plant is popular. You know what? Okay, brother. That what you say? Henry Zane said, "Can you answer my question? What is your question?" I have a lot of people in the chat. What is your question? Repeat your question, Henry. Javis, what's going on, fam? Efren said, if Plant was popular, we would not be having this argument. Exactly. People know who Errol Spence is. People know who Deontay Wilder is. There's more people in the United States know who Tyson Fury is more so than Caleb Plant. And Tyson Fury is not even from the United States. That's how popular Caleb Plant is. Brandon, what you say? His last tweet said the arbitrator ruled in favor of Wilder today, and Fury now owes him a third fight. I didn't even see that. Tweeted it 5 minutes ago. Cool 123. What you say? I'm being called a casual for not knowing who Plant was before on the Canelo fight. No, you're not a casual. He ain't nobody. Listen, he ain't nobody. Literally. Listen, cool 123. The man ain't nobody. Literally. Literally, he's nobody. And everybody, let's see, Carpenter said the arbitrator ruled in favor of Wilder and Fury owes him a third fight. Okay. That's all right, let's get off Caleb Eggplant. We're gonna get off Caleb Eggplant. You know, we're gonna get off of him. We're gonna get off Caleb Eggplant right quick. So if Caleb is asking for 10 million, does not cancel the fight. Why, brother? Listen, why bother? If Caleb asking for 10 mil, does not cancel the fight. Why bother? Yeah. I don't know. Practically no one knows who Caleb Plant is. Listen, you know what, guys? All of you guys in the chat who saying no one knows who Caleb Plant is, you don't know what you're talking about. Apparently, Peter Barnard, who is from Wisconsin, lives in Wisconsin, he says that all of you guys are lying and that everybody knows and Caleb Plant is popular in the United States. Caleb Plant isn't popular. Most people watch boxing are casuals or just watch it for fun and have. Yeah, exactly. Flux BTW. So Peter Barnard is clarifying. He's saying, Haleen, I say he is more popular than BJS or Smith in the United States. He's more known than you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. To be honest with you, that's a good argument, Peter. But I'm trying to think, is he more popular? Bro, like literally, I think he might be just as known as Billy Joe Saunders or Caleb Smith is in the United States. That's my whole point. I'm about to troll you, Coach. The greatest fighter. The truth of... Hey, man. Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen, Dragonland, man. Cut it out, man. Cut it out, man. Cut it out, man. Caleb, this is the problem with that, Brandon. You say Caleb should ask for 10 mil and a fight in Tennessee. Caleb is not in the position. He's not. Listen, hit me out, Caleb, Brandon. If you go by the Alphabet Boy logic, the Alphabet Boy logic is, and I keep saying this, they said that Errol Spence is bringing more to the table. He's big fish. He does bigger and better numbers than Terrence Crawford. They are saying that Terrence Crawford should bow down to Errol Spence and accept whatever he offers him, and Errol Spence is the A side. So let's say I agree with that, which I don't, but let's say I agree with that, right? In its totality. If Errol Spence is the A side and the B side is Terrence Crawford, he should listen and accept what Errol Spence offers him. Tell me, how does the B side and Caleb Smith get to dictate what Canelo is going to pay him, and then on top of that, tell him where he wants to fight at? John Lee June said Deontay just won arbitration. I'm dead serious. Yes, I'm hearing this. I'm hearing this. Canelo is the man, and there's only one option. Social media, man, damn. News, bad news for boxing. So this is my thing, right? What you say? Yes, he's in the position to make demands. Canelo can't become undisputed without the belt. You did all of the work in 9 months to walk away. No. This is the thing, though. Brandon, Canelo Alvarez, Caleb Smith, not Caleb Smith, Caleb Plant, Eggplant is what I call him, is broke. He has a net worth of $1 million. His last fight, he was only paid $750,000. So do you know what that means, sir? That means that, you know what, man, I'm broke. I ain't got no money. And this guy got all the money. This is going to be the biggest fight payday of my career. You see what I'm saying? Billy Joe Saunders got paid $8 million last fight. Pay me that same $8 million I signed. That's all I'm saying. Do you need the money, Caleb Plant? Does Caleb Plant need the money more than Canelo Alvarez need the belt? Well, want the belt, because Canelo don't need the belt. He wants it to become undisputed. That's the question. Crawford gets hated on by the LDBC community and they despise him. Yeah, of course they do. And they used to like him. They used to like him. Why is no one talking about the 168-pound boxers can't fight each other? Exactly. That's all I'm saying. If Caleb Plant beats Canelo, does Caleb get more money in the rematch? No, he won't get more money in the rematch. Yeah, he'll get more money, but he won't get more money than Canelo. He'll get more money, though. He'll get more money. Absolutely. Absolutely. He said, I'm saying, Coach, just an example, Caleb Plant has 19.7 thousand followers on Twitter. Canelo has 1.7 million followers. My 14-year-old daughter has 30,000 TikTok followers, and she's not even a champion. But Caleb Plant is popular. Social media ain't nobody following him. He got a snack endorsement. He has never sold out a fight in his life. And he's never done pay-per-view before. And you're trying to tell me that this guy is popular in the United States. Where? Wilder won. Good. Listen, let me tell you guys something. All jokes aside, we're going to move on from Caleb Plant, though. We're going to move on from Eggplant. That's very true, Coach. The fact still remains. Canelo cannot become undisputed without his belt. You're going to fall short by coming undisputed like he did at 160. But guess what, though? You're going to fall short and still be broke, not making no money with the PBC. So if you was in Brandon, let me ask you a question. If you was in Caleb Plant's position, and if you had a chance to fight, and the most money that you ever made in one fight was $750,000, and you are living in a double wide trailer, in your mom's double wide trailer in Tennessee. Some people say he's boxing out of Las Vegas. If you are broke and you had a chance to make $8 million, Would you say, I'm gonna turn that down because you need this belt? I'm gonna just continue to fight for pennies with the PBC. Would you say that, sir? No, he don't. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and do this. Brandon says Caleb Plant say he got paid $3 million. He got paid a meal 3 times already. Well, this is what we're gonna do. Oh, got to do this now. Now I got to share my screen. Got to do this. After we do this, we're going to move on to talk about Deontay Wilder. I got to come with receipts. I got to come with receipts. See this what you do, right? See, you got to come with facts to support what you're talking about. I got to come with receipts now. What you say, Brandon? That's what he said, Coach. Yeah. He's lying. I'm gonna come with receipts. See, I ain't gonna just talk about it. I'm gonna be about it. I'm finna show you exactly the most money that he's ever got paid. Caleb Plant. I done my research on this guy. That's how I know. I done my research on him. This is how I know. Caleb Plant. I done my research on him. I'm finna pull him up now. Caleb Plant. Here we go, right here. I got him right here. I got Caleb Plant right here. It looks like Caleb, let's see. 2021. 2021. I got him right here. I'm finna show it to you. Let me share the screen with you so you can see it. Now, of course, depending on which site you may go to, they may have different numbers or whatever the case may be. But this is what I pulled up. Caleb Plant, one site says he has a net worth. Caleb Plant 2021 record net worth and endorsements. Let me go ahead and share this. Let me go ahead and share this. Got it right here. Let me go ahead and share this. Right here is now, depending on which site you go to, right? But it says right here, Caleb Plant. Let me go ahead and get rid of this stuff. It says right here, Caleb Plant, record net worth salary, 2021, right? Caleb Hunter Plant, I didn't even know that was his middle name, is an American professional boxer hailing from Tennessee, USA. He fights in the super middleweight category, right? As of January 2021, he is the IBF super middleweight champion. Undefeated fighter, ranks number 2 on Ring Magazine and number 3 on TBRB, right? Ratings. It breaks down his amateur record. It breaks down his record. He's 20-0. Probably either 20 or 21-0 right now, because I know he fought Truox. It says right here, Caleb Plant, 2021 net worth. According to Information Cradle, right? Caleb Plant has a net worth of $1 million as of 2020, right? He had one fight, I think, in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. His primary source of income as a boxer. He has an endorsement with Snack. Now, This probably has not included the fight that he had with Caleb Trox. Caleb Trox, he got paid $750,000. That's what he got paid fighting Caleb Trox. And I can show you that too. He made $750,000 fighting Trox. So as of 2020, last year, he had a net worth of $1 million, right? So my point is this. This is my point. Let's do the math. Now, he got paid $750,000 to fight Caleb Trox. Let's do the math on that. Let's look at his purse. Let's look at his purse for Trox to show you I ain't capping. To show you I ain't capping. This to show you I'm not capping. I got you on the super chat. I got you. I got you. Where is it at? Where the super chat at? I got you on the super chat. Henry Zane. Shout out to Henry Zane on the super chat. Coach, were you a boxer? Who is your favorite boxer of all time? And most technical boxer in your opinion? I'm already it's already 2:30 a.m. in my country. Good night, guys. Listen, my favorite boxer, I boxed for 5 years when I was a teenager. I only boxed for 5 years. I trained out of Don King's gym, King Kong's gym in Tampa, Florida. My trainer name was Tui. He was a Samoan. I'm a real good guy. I didn't take the sport that serious because I was in the street. I came up poor, so I had to hustle to make money. You know what I mean? So I was more focused on the street than anything. But yeah, I actually boxed, got my ass whooped some ass. So I really understand the sport very well. And my favorite boxer is Sugar Ray Robinson. Period. Sugar Ray Robinson is my favorite fighter of all time. Shout out to him for the super chats. Now let's look at this here. Caleb Plant. I'm finna show you his fight purse. I'm finna show you his fight purse. It should be on here somewhere. It should be on here somewhere. Caleb Plant got paid $750,000, and I think Trox got paid $150,000. The fighter. That's it. That's what he got paid. It's on here. Then this might be the wrong one, guys. I think this is the wrong one. This is showing. I need to see the fight purse. Here we go, right here. This it right here. Ta-da! Let's blow it up right quick. It says Caleb Plant versus Trox purses. According to Dan Raphael Dan Raphael's Fight Freaks United, Plant made $750,000 purse, while Trox earned $150,000 for Plant. For Plant, it's the exact same amount he made in the fight against Lee in July of 2019. It's the exact same amount he made against Lee in July of 2019. So the question is this. You have an opportunity to fight for, let's say, $8 million. He need to take that. So let me get off of Caleb Plant. I think I already proved that. Now, they say on the street, word on the street is this. Tyson the Gypsy King Fury just lost the arbitration. Now, I had a lot of people telling me yesterday that the arbitrator cannot make Tyson Fury in the belt is his leverage. I understand what you're saying, Brandon. The belt is his leverage, but Canelo has 3 belts. Who has more of a leverage? Who has more of a leverage, Brandon? Caleb Plant or Canelo? Since we're talking about leverage. So if Caleb Plant belt is his leverage, then what is Canelo Alvarez's leverage? What is Canelo Alvarez's leverage? Didn't answer my question. I did answer your question. Tell me your question again. Henry, tell me your question again. If you asked me who was my favorite fighter, I told you my favorite fighter is Sugar Ray Robinson. You asked me, did I ever box before? I said, yes, I did box before. I understand that, Brandon. My question serves this here. So basically, if Caleb Plant don't get $10 million, you feel like he should walk away? So Canelo has none other than giving up undisputed. So Brandon says Canelo doesn't have any leverage. Okay. I'm done with that. He can't make them fight, but if the arbitration is binding, the court can enforce it, which Wilder more likely will. Exactly. So again, remember yesterday, guys. Remember yesterday. Remember, Karma Serene, I don't know if he was here yesterday. I broke down the situation with, let's go over here. Let's go over here now. We had a discussion yesterday, right? Because I had some UK fans telling me that, well, Tyson Fury fans, not UK fans. Tyson Fury fans telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about. Arbitrator can't make Tyson Fury do anything. The arbitrator cannot stop the fight with Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. And I explained to them, I say, sir, are you familiar with the Hakeem Rahman and Lennox Lewis situation? He said, I don't care about that. It doesn't matter. I said, okay. If you don't know anything about the Hakeem Rahman and Lennox Lewis situation, then you don't know what you're talking about. Remember, guys, I broke this down yesterday. I broke this down yesterday. So I'm going to get back to that. If I'm a fighter that has a net worth of $1 million, am I going to turn down to fight Canelo for $8 million when I'm clearly broke and ain't got no money? And if that makes sense to you, then something is wrong with your math and something's wrong with your logic. I don't care who it is. Plant can walk away if he wants to, but he gonna walk away and go back to what? That double wide trailer? Okay, Al ain't paying the dude. The dude that haven't made $1 million. He hasn't not got paid $1 million for one fight since he's been boxing. Period. Again, he probably has a home in Las Vegas, but the home in Las Vegas is what? Property is cheap in Las Vegas. Hell, I live in a $500,000 house. As long as I continue to make the payments. Oh, he's talking about the mobile home. hey, listen. Listen. And we don't even know if that's his house. hey, Brandon, we don't even know if that's his house. But my point is this here. This is my point. My point, Brandon, is this. If you are saying, when I say he's poor, I don't mean he's poor like the average person who work on the streets. I'm not saying that. I'm saying he is a championship boxer. He's a boxer that has a belt. That's a champion. How in the hell does a champion have a net worth of $1 million? Explain that to me, sir. Canelo Alvarez is a multi-divisional champion. He got a net worth more than $1 million. Terrence Crawford has a net worth of more than $1 million. Errol Spence has a net worth of more than $1 million. Sean Porter has a net worth of more than $1 million. Hell, Jamal Charlo got a net worth of more than $1 million. You see what I'm saying? How does a fighter who has a net worth of $1 million, how is he in a position to negotiate anything or tell Canelo anything? That's all I'm saying. Like, make that make sense to me. If Canelo stepped to me right now, let's say I had a net worth of $1 million, which I don't, and Canelo say, hey, man, hey, listen, man. Canelo say, listen, man, hey, man, let me tell you something, man. Say, I'm going to pay you $3-4 million, $8 million to fight me. This is going to be your biggest payday. Guess what I'm going to do? Where do I sign, sir? Canelo, where do I sign? I got a net worth of $1 million, man. I can't afford to walk away from this fight. Sweet Hands Promotions. He does all his own fights. Sweet Hands Promotions has a net worth of $1 million. I mean, Sweet Hands. Caleb Plant has never sold out an event, a boxing event in his life. He has not sold out a boxing event in his life. All I'm saying is this here. If you're going to give me that same argument and say that Caleb Plant has a belt, Canelo Alvarez has 3 belts. 4 if you count the Ring Magazine belt. You say, I'm sure on top of the fight purse, he's getting more. What do you have anything? Do you have anything you're basing that on? I don't like going off assumptions. I like to go off facts. I like to go off my research. That's how I do stuff. So anyways, Peter Von Ark say that the fight in Nashville was sold all the way out, coach. If he sold the fight out in Nashville, that's good. He should sell out his hometown. But yet he still only have a net worth of $1 million. So my question is, if he don't get the kind of money he wants from Canelo, let's say he wants $10 million, are you saying that he should walk away? There's nothing wrong with Caleb Plant trying to get paid. I want to see him get paid. He need the money. You see what I'm saying? Coach, I think we've confirmed and happy about Plant being a nobody. Please, it's time to jump on Wilder's ass. Okay, cool. You're right about that, Peter Barnard. You're right about that. Let's move on to Deontay Wilder. Now, there are a lot of people who said that Tyson Fury does not have to fight Deontay Wilder. There's a lot of people that said that Tyson Fury can just walk away and fight Anthony Joshua. My question was yesterday, and I'm glad we brought this up yesterday. Tyson Fury has not signed that contract to fight Anthony Joshua in Saudi Arabia. That's my question. That was my question. So I want to know why he hasn't signed the fight the contract. I was told yesterday that the Lennox Lewis situation and I seen Rockman's situation is nothing. And I broke it down. I say, listen, man, I seen Rockman fought Lennox Lewis in 2001. I'm pulling it up right now. Lennox Lewis and I seen Rockman fought in 2001. Right? I broke this down yesterday. Lennox Lewis had lost to Hakeem Rockman. Let me read this to you guys. Let me read this to you. We're gonna talk about Josh Taylor next. We're gonna talk about Josh Taylor tomorrow too. But right here, let me read this to you guys. I don't know if you can see it. But let me read it to you guys. It said on April 22nd, 2001, 20-1 underdog Hakeem Rockman pulled off one of the biggest upsets in boxing history after he was able to knock out the heavily favored champion Lennox Lewis in the 5th round of their fight. Following his victory, Rockman joined powerful promoter Don King's Promotions. Rockman also received a multi-million-dollar offers from cable giants Showtime and HBO. Tyson Fury had received multi-million-dollar offers from the Prince of Saudi Arabia to fight Anthony Joshua, which would allow them the exclusive rights to air his fights. Showtime offered Rockman $19.25 million to make his first fight defense against their premier fighter, Mike Tyson, which I was a fanboy of. While HBO countered that offer with $17 million offer to meet Lennox Lewis in a rematch. Rockman, very similar to Tyson Fury, however, turned down both offers and instead opted to do what? Take a less lucrative fight against a French contender named David Izon, which would net him only $5 million. The only difference in this situation, Tyson Fury want to fight Anthony Joshua for a whole lot of money. Nothing wrong with that. This is the problem, though. Lewis, however, had a rematch clause installed in the contract for his previous fight with Rahman. And then guess what happened? And then he went to court in hopes of having Rahman make his first defense against him. In June, a judge ruled in Lewis's favor, and both Rahman and Lewis agreed to a rematch to take place in November, which we know what happened. Rahman got his toothpaste knocked through his lips. He got knocked the F out in the rematch. So what happened was Rahman broke the contract. Rahman broke the contract, said he was not going to fight Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis took him to a moderator. The moderator ruled in Lennox Lewis's favor. Rahman still tried to fight someone else, and Lennox Lewis sued him and took him to court. In this case, that hasn't happened with Deontay Wilder and Lennox and Tyson Fury. So let's say Tyson Fury says, okay, how much you want, Deontay Wilder? Let's say Deontay Wilder wants $20 million step aside money. I'm just throwing numbers out there, guys. I don't know what's going to happen. But in this case, 20 years ago with Lennox Lewis and Hakeem Rahman, Lennox Lewis took him to court and forced Rahman to fight him. In order for him to force it, that means a judge had to enforce the contract and say, hey, listen, you can't fight nobody else. You're going to have to give Lennox Lewis the rematch. If you try to fight somebody, so they was going to put an injunction on Rahman. Rahman was in a lose-lose situation. So he was forced to fight Lennox Lewis after he decided not to fight him. And then he ended up fighting Lennox Lewis, and Lennox Lewis knocked his ass out. When I said this, I had Tyson Fury fans telling me that I did not know what I was talking about. And one guy told me he was a lawyer. He understands contracts and law in the UK. I said, sir, what does that have to do with the United States? I said, what does that have to do with the United States? Clearly, you don't know nothing about the Hakeem Rahman and Lennox Lewis case. They told me that 2002. They told me that in 2001, that's much different. I think it was Tony Lyons. And today, 2021 is much different to the Lewis. Yeah, matter of fact, this was Tony Lyons who told me this. Many loopholes in these years in 2021. Sir, do you have any actual facts on that? Listen, I deal with actual facts. Can you show me any actual facts on what you're saying to win the argument with me? To bring me on your side. To bring me on your side. That's all I want to know. The situation is different. Okay, explain to me how this situation is different. People saying that the situation with Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder is different. Can you please educate me? Teach me something today. Educate me on how this situation with the fighter had agreement, had a contract that's binding in the United States to fight another fighter. Now, I'm not saying Tyson Fury is going to fight Deontay Wilder next. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is, explain to me how this situation is different. You have two fighters who had a contract to fight each other. That's binding in the United States, not in the UK, not in Russia, not in Saudi Arabia, but right here in the United States. Just like Rahman and Lennox Lewis and they had their first fight in Africa. They had their first fight in Africa. They didn't even fight in the United States. They had to fight in Africa. But the contracts were signed in the United States. Do anybody know anything about arbitration law in the United States? Because I'm hearing a lot of people who support Tyson Fury is telling me I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And they didn't know nothing about the Hakeem Rahman case. And the only thing they can tell me is this here. They're telling me that, well, this situation is different. But they're not telling me how it's different. They're not telling me how it's different. Jason said Eddie Hearn has confirmed that Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua is a done deal for August, but official confirmation has not been made yet. Joshua produced a brilliant knockout win in 2020. That's all I'm saying. Please tell me how it's different. I'm just saying these days fighters seem to get away with more. Fury gets away with everything, and if he else me, how they let him. And it elfs me how they let him. Oh yeah. The contract expired. Wilder side didn't want to fight, no crowd. That's why it's arbitration. There's no judge there. Sir. Whew, you know what, man? I'm wasting my damn breath. I am wasting my breath. The contract expired. How do you know that contract expired? You know how I know? You know why? You know where you got that information from? You heard it from Bob Arum. You know how I know you heard it from Bob Arum? Because Bob Arum said it on Fred Barbershop's talk. Bob Arum lied when he said the contract expired. That was a lie, sir. So you are repeating something that Bob Arum said that later on turned out to be a lie. So that's not true. That's not true. Southside, you should never go back right away and fight a fighter that smashed you up in the last fight you had. Wilder needs 2-3 fights. That's not true, Southside boxing. Lennox Lewis fought, I seen Rockman who smashed him in the first fight. He went right back at it and fought Rockman and knocked him out. Anthony Joshua fought Andy Ruiz in his first fight and got stopped, right? And then he went right back and fought Andy Ruiz, and he beat the brakes off of him for 12 rounds. Lennox Lewis got knocked out by Oliver McCall, came right back in the second fight and stopped Oliver McCall. There are several instances in the sport of boxing where fighters went right back and fought each other. Triple G and Canelo Alvarez fought in the first fight to a draw. They went right back and fought each other, and Canelo Alvarez won the second fight. Canelo won the second fight. Peter Varnock said it's different because there is no precedent concerning the pandemic COVID. It hasn't happened before. That's what's different. Okay, COVID, I get all of that. So explain it. So Peter Varnock, can you explain to me, sir? Arbitration just a judge and lawyers for boxers. So, sir, so Peter Varnock, what's going to happen? I'm gonna keep my mouth closed. What's going to happen, Peter Varnock? What's going to happen, Peter Varnock? That's what I want to know. What's going to happen? The fight is probably on Fury's demand to have his money secure before signing or say something about the fight, or maybe, in my opinion, just fake publicity. So can anybody tell me what's going to happen? Because you had several fights that happened during COVID. Canelo Alvarez had several fights during COVID. Terence Crawford fought during COVID. Anthony Joshua fought during COVID. COVID is not an excuse when other fighters was fighting during COVID. Southside Boxing said, Coach, read my first post I put up. I said that my man read it like I said, it has happened in the past, but I don't think Wilder should jump right back in with Fury. I think he should jump right back in with Fury. You have other fighters who jump right back in with Fury. And let it be told, Tyson Fury is supposed to be fighting Anthony Joshua, so Wilder ain't gonna get the Fury fight next anyways. Let's say Bob is lying. How much time that contract is going to be valid? We don't know. This is my point. You don't know what was in the contract, and I don't know what was in the contract. So if I don't know what was in the contract, and you don't know what was in the contract, and Bob Arum clearly lied about the contract being expired because you said that the contract was expired, but you got that from Bob Arum, who made up a lie. That was not true. So if he lied about that, what else he lied about? See, that's one thing. There's nothing wrong with wanting to see the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. There's nothing wrong with that. But you can't ignore all the other stuff. The fact of the matter is this. All of this that's going on is Tyson Fury's fault. You want to know why? Because he could have fought Deontay Wilder last year. He could have fought that man in January. He's supposed to have been fought that man and got that out the way. Coach, I don't see Wilder lifting his hands after the trilogy, in my opinion. Listen, I get what you're saying, Peter. I'm not even going to talk about who's going to win the trilogy and all that stuff there. The fact of the matter is, I was told by fans of Tyson Fury from the UK that Deontay Wilder did not have a legal leg to stand on. and that Deontay Wilder was not going to win his arbitration because Deontay Wilder's contract had expired. This is what I was told by fans of Tyson Fury from the UK, only to turn out that the fans did not know what they was talking about with Tyson Fury. They didn't know what the hell they was talking about. What's up, Coach? So Fury was lying after all. Remember I told you that Fury said that the earth is round. Exactly. You was right about that, fam. And I know Tyson Fury is a liar because Tyson Fury said that you never know if I'm lying or if I'm telling the truth. Because when I'm lying, people, and he said this in the IFL interview at an MTK global event. He said because when I lie, when I tell a lie, people think I'm telling the truth, and when I tell the truth, people think that I'm lying. Tony Lyons said AJ versus Fury is next. Wilder just want money. All I'm saying is this here. All of these pro Tyson Fury fans, you guys came on this channel and you told me that Deontay Wilder does not have a legal leg to stand on. That fight has been ordered by the arbitrator 30 minutes ago. You guys told me that I know law. I'm a lawyer, Tony Lyons, and I didn't know what I was talking about. And Deontay Wilder doesn't have a legal leg to stand on. And Deontay Wilder does not want a third fight with Tyson Fury. He only wants step-aside money. This is what you guys told me. I want you to don't switch it up. Keep that same energy. Now, if this arbitrator ruled in Deontay Wilder's favor, now you guys are telling me that what the arbitrator said doesn't mean anything. Tyson Fury is still going to be able to fight Anthony Joshua and keep his WBC belt at the same time because the arbitrator is not legally binding. Arbitration not legally binding is nonsense. This is what you guys, Tyson Fury fans, have told me. This is what you Tyson Fury fans have told me. Tony Lyons, if it wasn't you, I apologize for that. If you're not the one who said it, somebody on the chat yesterday said they was a lawyer. They did law. They handled several cases in law, and they know contracts. So if it wasn't you, I apologize. Jason says Fury deserves to fight AJ. He deserves to decide who he wants to fight. What are you basing that on, sir? I mean, he did step up and fight Wilder 2 times. Tell me why he doesn't deserve to fight with AJ. I'm going to tell you why. Because if he had a contract that's binding to fight Deontay Wilder for a third fight, he cannot skip out and fight somebody else. If you want to use that argument, Deontay Wilder deserves a third match. That's like me and you have a contract. A contract is a binding document. We have an agreement. Hey, man, we're going to do A, B, C, and D. Irregardless of what happened in this fight, this is what we're going to do after the fight. Because if Deontay Wilder would have beat Tyson Fury, what you say? Coach, when you think you're unbeatable and someone comes along and smashes you up like this, does it sometimes sell something to your head? You never know. Never the same. What you say? You're never the same fighter. Tyson got his number. I'm not even arguing that Southside boxing. I'm not even arguing that. Whether Tyson got his number or not, that's not even the argument. The fact of the matter is, this is the reason why Tyson Fury never signed that contract. This is the reason why Tyson Fury was saying that you just never know. I may end up fighting Wilder after all for the third match. Tyson Fury was dropping hints the whole time. Give me one good reason why Fury doesn't deserve an AJ fight. I'll tell you one good reason. The judge who ruled in Deontay Wilder's favor gave you the reason, sir. What about the fight on the 14th versus AJ versus Fury? I have no idea. I don't know anything. So if you are a Tyson Fury fan, you are saying right now today that, hey, the arbitrator who ruled in Wilder's favor don't mean anything. Who cares? Fury is going to go ahead and fight Anthony Joshua on the 14th. It depends on the contract, coach. If the contract says arbitration is binding, Fury can be sued for breach of contract if he fights AJ first. Smith and West, let me explain something to you, brother. You hit the nail right on the head. Hakeem Rahman got sued by Lennox Lewis. You guys are saying this is a different situation because of COVID. I give you that. Outside of COVID, it's not a different situation. Rahman got sued by Lennox Lewis because Rahman tried not to honor his rematch with Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis sued his ass, and guess what Rahman had to do? He had to fight. He didn't have to fight Lennox Lewis. He could have just said, you know what? I don't care. I don't want to fight you. I'm going to just retire. Yeah, Southside Boxing, I know you're a fan of boxing. You're a fan of boxing, not fighting. Yeah, I know that, fam. I know that, fam. I know that, fam. Arbitration is the thing you do when you don't want to go to court. Sir, you can't go to court unless you go through mediation and arbitration first. You have to go through the process first. Now, if Tyson Fury says, hey, listen, I don't care what that judge says. I'm going to go ahead and fight Anthony Joshua, then guess what Deontay Wilder's going to do? He is going to sue Tyson Fury. Just like Lennox Lewis sued Rahman. I brought this up yesterday, and I had a bunch of Tyson Fury fans telling me I didn't know what I was talking about. Carmen Serene said Aaron just did an interview and said the deal isn't done. I broke this down yesterday. I had like 3 or 4 Tyson Fury fans telling me I did not know what I was talking about. Do you remember that? And I said, you clearly don't know about the Hakeem Rahman and Lennox Lewis situation. And I pulled it up and I showed these guys on here about the Hakeem Rahman and Lennox Lewis situation. And I was told I did not know what I was talking about. From guys from the UK who don't know anything about American, who don't know anything about what goes on in America. This is what I was told. And I said that the Alphabet Boy community were right in this situation. They might be right in this situation. And I had to come on here and apologize to them. And I was told, no, that situation with Lennox Lewis and Rahman was different. And I said, no, hell, it wasn't. The contract was still binding. I was told, no, the contract had expired. I said, no, Bob Arum lied about that. Alan Skill said, regardless of what anyone says, there's a contractual agreement. If fighters are allowed to skip out on rematch contracts, then what's the point of having them? Exactly, Alan Skill. Exactly. What's the point in having them? Listen, I understand you love Tyson Fury. I get that. You love Tyson Fury. And you don't want, and Tyson Fury can't do no wrong. I understand that. I understand that. But just because that's what you want does not mean that you are right. If this lady saying right here, hold on. Y'all, what's good? Hello. Y'all, what's going on? Hold on. Can you hear me? Wait, let me see something. Where's my I can't hear you, sis. Yeah, I'll come on when I finish. All right, guys, we on 2.5 hours, so I got to get ready to bounce in a minute. But yeah, just because you think Tyson Fury deserves to fight Anthony Joshua for undisputed doesn't mean he can. It just like I said. It just like if anybody can just skip out of contracts, what's the purpose of having a contract? What's the purpose of having a contract? Explain that to me. If Tyson Fury could just sign contracts and don't fight and do whatever he wants to do, what's the purpose of having a contract? I get it. You love Tyson Fury, but that doesn't mean that he gets to do whatever he wants to do. These dudes from the UK who are Tyson Fury fans were telling me that Hakeem Rahman and Lennox Lewis case has no bearing on this case. And I'm telling you that Hakeem Rahman tried the same foolishness that Tyson Fury did with Deontay Wilder. And I said that, you know what, the Alphabet Boy community was right. And I said that if the Alphabet Boy community was right, I'm going to roast all these pro-Tyson Fury fanboys. And I said if the Alphabet community was wrong, I'm going to roast the Alphabet Boy community for putting out fake news and propaganda. Guess what? They were right. So now, this is the question. Can Tyson Fury, can Tyson coach, don't be apologizing to the Alphabet Boy channels. Damn, they'll put you in the Guinness Book of World Record. No, that's no problem. Listen, if I'm wrong, I'll be the first one to admit it. I'll be the first one to admit I was wrong. And guess what? If Fury moves on and try to fight Anthony Joshua anyways, guess what Deontay Wilder's going to do? He's going to do exactly what Lennox Lewis did. He's going to take him to court. I bet you that. He's going to take him to court. This is why I said yesterday. This is why I said yesterday that I am cautiously optimistic. And I said yesterday in my live, I said, we don't know what's going to happen with this arbitration. And I said, if the arbitration of the judge rules in Wilder's favor, guess what? We have a problem. I was told from Tyson Fury fanboys, I don't even say fans, that I was told that I did not know what I was talking about. There's only one Tyson Fury. There's a reason why Tyson Fury never signed that contract to fight Anthony Joshua. All of that got ignored. Wilder has to fight Fury to get the bag from AJ. It's bigger than him. Ain't no AJ fight happening in August if he got to fight Deontay Wilder. And I'm gonna tell you guys something. If Tyson Fury has to fight Deontay Wilder next, or if Tyson Fury says, hey, you know what? I ain't gonna fight Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is going to do what? Take his ass to court to have a judge rule in his favor to say, hey, listen, I had an arbitrator rule in my favor. This guy's just trying to still fight somebody else after an arbitrator said that, hey, listen, he had to fight me next. He's still trying to do what he want to do. Ain't a judge in America gonna go against the arbitration. I don't know how they do it in the UK, but I can tell you right here in the United States, there's not a judge that's going to go against that arbitrator. Because you have a binding legal contract. That's how they do it in the United States. They might do it differently in the UK, but I'm telling you, here in the United States, Hakeem Rahman and Lennox Lewis went through the same thing, and there were several different instances before that. So if Fury could just do what the hell he want to do, then what's the purpose of having a contract? Is it true that Wilder has been offered as much as $80 million to step aside? No, there's no truth to that. There's no truth to that. Listen, that doesn't even make any sense. Why would a fighter offer someone $80 million to step aside? So how much, okay, let's say we run with that, Jason. I know you're just asking, you don't know. But let's say we run with that. Let's say Tyson Fury gets paid $80 million to fight Anthony Joshua in Saudi Arabia. If he got to pay Deontay Wilder $80 million to step aside, guess what? So he fighting Anthony Joshua for free? That doesn't even make any sense. That came from Derek Chisora. Donna Blanco, the LDBC was right the whole time. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. And guess what? Let's say Tyson Fury says, well, you know what? I'm not going to fight Deontay Wilder. I'm going to just drop the belt and fight Anthony Joshua. Guess what, Tyson Fury? You won't get to fight with Anthony Joshua because Joshua's not going to fight you without that belt. You bring nothing to the table, sir, outside of talking and saying you're the gypsy queen. Bonatti, You remember this, sir? We had this conversation. Everybody, I say, listen, man, the Alphabet Boys might be right, because I said Tyson Fury was moving real funny. Tyson Fury was making all kind of excuses about AJ, and Tyson Fury never signed the contract to fight Anthony Joshua. And I said that the Alphabet Boys might be right on this. And then I remembered the Hakeem Rockman and Lennox Lewis situation. Lennox Lewis took Hakeem Rockman to court because he won the mediation against Rockman, and Rockman still tried to move on to fight somebody else, and Lennox Lewis took him to court, and the judge forced that fight. He said, listen, you can't fight nobody unless you fight Lennox Lewis. Now, Rockman could have retired and said, okay, I'm going to just drop the belt and retire. Tyson Fury may do that. Who knows? So what you say, if Tony Lyon said, if Fury does have to fight Wilder next, I'd love to see Wilder spark him. Me too. Me too. So where all can we all agree on that? Agree on what? So let's see. Jason said, okay, let's agree on this. Only 3 fights in the heavyweight division we want to see. Fury versus AJ or Fury versus Wilder, 3. Southside Bob said, nope, it's going to cost Fury some big bucks if he don't fight Wilder next. And Deontay Wilder will have to agree to that. Yeah, we want to see the fight. I would love to see me personally, I don't mind seeing Fury and Wilder fight for a 3rd time. Myself. I feel bad for Anthony Joshua. Then the Alphabet Boys are already proclaiming Wilder the 2-time WBC lineal champ. I would love to see that fight again. You want to know why? And I would love to see the Undisputed. But guess what? You can't have Undisputed if you are under contract with someone. See, this is the problem. This is what I was saying. The Tyson Fury fan, I don't want to say fans. I'm going to say the fanboys. The Tyson Fury fanboys never hold Tyson Fury accountable. This guy can lie. He can do everything he wants to do under the sun, and he can't do no wrong. You cool when I bang on Deontay Wilder. But what about Tyson Fury? Tyson Fury has a history of lying, has a history of signing contracts and then backing out of it, i.e. Vladimir Klitschko, 2 weeks before they fight. Oh, I'm suffering from mental depression, and he got on cocaine and started snorting coke. The Alphabet Boys were right. Facts, they were right. We're going to talk about this tomorrow. Aram says the decision wouldn't stop the fight. We're going to find out. So, y'all, what's the over and under Fury retiring or avoiding the trilogy? Smith and West, I say it's 50-50. Tyson Fury has been seen drinking alcohol on South Beach the week of the Billy Joe Saunders fight, after Billy Joe Saunders got beat. Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King. Coach, Fury got more fans in the U.S. than the UK. Eddie Hearn looked like a fool right now. Remember I said that? Remember I said, Eddie Hearn, sir, I got receipts. I got a video that I dropped Sunday. I said, Eddie Hearn, if this fight doesn't take place because the arbitrator rules in Deontay Wilder's favor and Fury is forced to fight Wilder in the 3rd fight, Eddie Hearn, you look like a fool, sir. Because you made a premature announcement knowing that this man had an ongoing situation with Deontay Wilder. Do you remember I said that, guys? It doesn't matter, Jason, how close the fight is. The fact of the matter is, this is the facts, guys. This is the facts, guys. This is the facts, guys. If I have a signed contract to fight Nick G, Fury made a multi-million-dollar deal with Wilder to freeze out Joshua, and now he has to come back to bite him on the ass. Not good. This is the fact, guys. If I have a signed contract to fight Nick G, me and Nick G has a fight. Nick G beat my ass, right? Nick G beat me down. And Nick G said, you know what, man, coach, I don't, and Nick G said, man, I don't want to fight you no more. I said, wait a minute, baby boy, hold up. We got a contract that we agreed to before we even had a fight. This contract says you got to fight me again. Man, I ain't fighting you. I'm finna go fight somebody else. I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to take you to the mediation. We're not able to work none out of mediation. Then it goes to arbitration. And the arbitrator rules in my favor. So what you, Tyson Fury, what you say, Fury fanboys are as bad as the LDBC was. Fury fanboys and Wilder fanboys are one and the same. There's no difference between the Fury fanboy and the Wilder fanboy. They are fanatics. This is what a fanboy is, guys. Let me break this down to you what a fanboy is. Let me break down to you what a fanboy is. This is the definition of a fanboy. This is Jason says the answer is in the contract. There will be a second fight. This is no chance, coach. I ain't beating anyone down. But I'm just saying though, this is the definition of a fanboy. A fanboy is an extreme fan or follower of a particular medium, a concept, or person, whether it be sports, in this case, boxing, television, film directors, or whatever the case may be. Known, this is what a fanboy is. Known for a complete lack of objectivity in relations to their preferred focus. In this case, Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. Usually argue with circular logic. I will break down to you what circular logic is. That they refuse to acknowledge. Arguments or debates with such are usually futile. Meaning, arguing with a fanboy, you are wasting your time. Every flaw is spun around into semi-virtues. So anything you point out against Tyson Fury, they will spin it around to fit their argument to make their guy look good. And everything else is blown to comedic, complementary proportions. Known for using the phrase object of affection equals best ever. However, while people only really say that as a hyperbole, fanboys truly believe it. This is the definition of a fanboy. I just broke it down to you. This is why I say that I don't want fanboys on my channel. I don't need fanboy subscribers. I need people who are fans of the sport of boxing. This is not the fanboy channel. The Alphabet Boy channels have fanboys. We don't have that over here. I'm not begging for subscribers. I don't need fanboys over here. We need fight fans. Smith & West is a fight fan. Southside Boxing is a fight fan. Lisa Bells, Karma Serene are fight fans. Is it possible that Fury knew the outcome in advance? Of course he did. Advance announced AJ fight knowing he would have to fight Wilder. Of course he did. This is why Anthony Joshua never said anything. This is why Anthony Joshua said that I'm tired. I'm backing up from this here. If this guy want to fight, he know where to find me at. This is why Anthony Joshua never came out and said, yes, the fight is going down August the 14th. Anthony Joshua never said that. Tyson Fury was lying the whole time. But to play devil's advocate, Peter, if Wilder knocks out Fury, he would get 50-50 from AJ, which is what he truly wanted anyways. Hearn could sue Arum for damages. Arum told Hearn that this specific decision was never going to happen. Listen, Bob Arum would look like a fool. This is why Frank Warren was saying, oh, I doubt if the fight happens right now. This is why Bob Arum was saying, oh, I doubt if the fight happens. They knew they couldn't move on anyways. Think about it. Let's go back. Let's play Monday morning quarterback. Let's look back at everything. They knew the whole time. Let me shut this down. They knew the whole time that they could not sign the contract and fight Tyson Fury anyways. Frank Warren said that we're going to have to wait and see what happens with this arbitration. Only to later come out a week later and confirm that, yeah, we have a date for August 14th in Saudi Arabia. And what did I say in my live, guys? Well, hey, Smith & West, I don't understand. I don't know if you remember this. I said in my live, the announcement that Tyson Fury is going to fight August 14th does not mean anything if he doesn't show up in the ring. And if that arbitrator rules against him, then what? Because guess what? If Tyson Fury says, hey, you know what? If Deontay Wilder says, you know what? I don't want no step aside money from you. I want my fight. Or if I want to step aside, you're going to have to pay me $60, $70 million for me to step aside. Tyson Fury ain't going to pay Deontay Wilder no $60, $70 million. So guess what he going to do? He going to be forced to fight him. And I also said this, and I don't know if you remember this. I also said this. I said that, and if Tyson Fury fights Deontay Wilder again, who's to say who's going to win that fight? Tyson Fury could have avoided all of this. Tyson Fury fanboys would not hold him accountable. He could have avoided all of this by just fighting Deontay Wilder. Wilder already ducked AJ. Imagine if Wilder wins, he may never see undisputed. And that's fine. That's fine. Fan is short for fanatical. Now, fanatical is different. A fanatic is someone who is a fan, but who has an obsession. A fanatical fan is someone who has an obsession. That's the key word to fanboy. I am obsessed with him. There's only one Tyson Fury. Pretty sure you heard that before. That's a fanboy. Tyson Fury fanboys will talk about Deontay Wilder, he twerking and this and that, but they'll ignore the fact that Tyson Fury like to kiss men in the mouth, i.e. Sefer Seferi in the ring, i.e. another guy. I got the receipts. I can show it to you. I can do a whole video on that. I can do an entire video on that. Tyson Fury fanboys will pick at Anthony Joshua and say, oh, he got knocked out by a fat boy. Muhammad Ali got beat by Leon Spinks. That's why they have upsets in the sport of boxing. Just because you lose don't mean anything. He came right back and beat the brakes off of him. Tyson Fury fanboys will go around and pick at everybody and say, well, Tyson Fury is the greatest of all time, but they will ignore everything that Tyson Fury does. Tyson Fury you can jump on Deontay Wilder like I have for twerking and talking about he want to have babies, but you're just going to totally ignore Tyson Fury tonguing men in the mouth in the ring, kissing them in the mouth. You're going to ignore Tyson Fury snorting cocaine, lying. This is what I don't like about Tyson Fury fanboys. You are just like Deontay Wilder and the LDBC fanboys. And I said, once I find out what this decision is going to be, I'm going to roast either one. Tyson Fury fanboys, I got to have you now. I have to have you. What do you say? Fanboys messed up the sport of boxing, kinfolk. Wilder wins arbitration. Tyson Fury says the fight is happening. He said he had some call. This is why I came on here. Coach BoxRec would be very careful. I will wait until I see the fight presser with both fighters present. Yeah, you're right about that. I don't know what's going to happen. Blood. Shout out to my brother Blood on Retro Boxing. But one thing I can say is this here. According to The Athletic, the undisputed title decider between Britain's two superstars can still go ahead, but the water has been muddy. Then what does that mean? How do they know that the fight can still go ahead? I thought the fight was for money and not a third fight. That's what the Tyson Fury fanboys were saying. Eddie Hearn even said that. Eddie Hearn even said, if Wilder only wants money, he doesn't want a third fight. Eddie Hearn, you look like a fool right now. AJ would not fight Fury with no title. It's Alex Skill, exactly. Why in the hell would Anthony Joshua fight Tyson Fury if he don't have the belt? If Tyson Fury give up that belt, what is the incentive for fighting him? Coach, Wilder wants Fury's babies. I think Wilder would like that fight with AJ now because of what Andy because of what Andy did to him. Wilder knows he could put AJ out now. And guess what? AJ could put Wilder out as well. But right now, Wilder ain't got to worry about fighting Anthony Joshua. He need to focus on Tyson Fury. Wizard Sleep, what you say, fam? The UK majority can't suffer Fury. Never will. David Wills, respect, coach. AJ is the only man to follow. Anthony, that's why I like Anthony Joshua so much. Anthony Joshua don't be doing all that damn lying. He don't do any talking. There's no Tyson Fury. There's only one Ricky Hatton who brought 10,000 fans to Vegas. Boxing Scene is reporting that Wilder did win arbitration for the third fight. Coach, Wilder versus AJ will not generate the same money as Fury versus AJ. That's why there is no third rematch. Jack Spratt said that, Coach, Wilder versus AJ would not generate the same money as Fury versus AJ. That's why there were no third rematch. Bro, I don't even know what to say on that. I really do not know what to say about that. Eddie Hearn says that Eddie is always lying. Bob Arum is lying, Frank Warren is lying, and Tyson Fury is lying. Let me get this straight. Eddie Hearn, you went all over the world to try to put together a fight for Undisputed, knowing damn well that this guy had an arbitration pending. Do you know how much of a fool Eddie Hearn look like right now? Tyson Fury was playing head games probably the whole time. Joshua been saying for the longest that he would only fight whoever has a WBC strap. If it's Fury, let it be. Regret and accept Fury on your hearts as your Savior and Messiah. And you know the crazy part about it? There's only one Tyson Fury. His fans will still give him a pass. They will not hold him accountable. Tyson Fury fans and Tyson Fury fanboys and Deontay Wilder fanboys, they are one and the same. There's no difference. Only difference is one is 6'9" and one is 6'7". One is African American, the other one's European from the UK. Coach, can they appeal the decision? They probably can appeal the decision, but he won't have a legal leg to stand on. So, Coach, Eddie was told by Arum that the third fight won't happen, so Arum was lying to Hearn. That's still Eddie Hearn's fault because you knew Bob Arum is a damn liar. This is just a complete mess. Got people expecting something and then something else happens. This is one of the reasons why boxing is in the state it is in. And guess what? It's all revolving around Tyson Fury. Is anybody going to hold Tyson Fury accountable today? You do have a very good point. If Fury has a contract to fight Wilder for a third time, he should fight Wilder. He should have been fought Wilder. But I really think it sucks so bad for AJ. I'm upset about that. I feel bad about Anthony Joshua. I feel bad about Anthony Joshua. Blood said it will come down to the fighters. It's possible the fight still happens. We will see. Listen, and I'm not saying the fight is not going to happen. Just like Blood said, Retro says, it's possible that Wilder could say, "Hey, I'll let you go ahead and fight Tyson." It could be possible that Wilder could say, "Fury, I'll go ahead and let you fight Anthony Joshua." But guess what? You got to pay me. So now the question becomes, what can Tyson Fury negotiate with Deontay Wilder? Jack, you're wrong. The Saudis just want to host Undisputed. They might pay more since it'll be next year probably. Fury and Wilder deserve each other. Yes, they do, Wizard Sleeve. Let's ring the Ali bell on that. Wizard Sleeve, you're right. Fury and Wilder deserve each other. Wilder versus Fury 3 definitely would be big seller, especially right here in the United States. Philly Fly, what's up, my brother Philly Fly? Especially since how bad Wilder lost, people will pay to see Wilder lose. People will also pay to see if Wilder can knock Tyson Fury out because of all of the cheating allegations that went around it. Come on, coach. You know Wilder would never get the same money from the Arabs. He does not have the same pulling power. I think the Arabs just want to see undisputed. But who knows? Who knows what will happen? That's neither here nor there. The fact of the matter is this. Can Fury go ahead and fight Anthony Joshua right now? I want to please all of the Tyson Fury fanboys. Come on. I need you right now. Today, I need the Tyson Fury fanboys, the ones who were sending me threats in my DMs, say there's only one Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury this, and Tyson Fury that. Where are you at today? Wilder has to fight now and can't really take step aside money, or we'll be ducking Fury. Fury was lying all along. He has really ruined his rep now. Tyson Fury is a big liar. From this point forward, the Gypsy King, new name is the Gypsy Queen. If I offend anybody for calling Gypsy King the Gypsy Queen, I do not apologize. Fury has been clout checked. I shot a video saying that, listen, I dropped the link last week. I shot a video saying that, listen, Anthony Joshua, this is why you should walk away from Tyson Fury. 3 years ago, Deontay Wilder used your name to clout chase. 3 years later, Tyson Fury is doing the same thing. Stop letting people play you. When they say they want to fight you, don't even say nothing. Send them your term sheet and say, hey, if you want to fight me, I need A, B, C, and D. This is what it's going to be, and don't do no talking. Eddie Hearn, you got to play it like a fool, sir. What did Wilder do wrong? Can someone explain to me? Wilder didn't do anything wrong, Donna. Wilder didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, I mean, people would pay to see Fury lose, coach. Wilder didn't do anything wrong, Donna. Arabs are paying to see Fury. They're paying for a chance to see AJ become undisputed on their soil. The Arabs don't trust no Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is a liar with a capital L. Is anybody going to hold Tyson Fury accountable? If Fury can fight, or Fury can fight AJ and lose his belt, maybe AJ still fight him without Wilder having a strap. And will the other sanctioning body sanction that? We'll have to see. Exactly. But Blood Retro, let me tell you something. Why would Anthony Joshua fight Tyson Fury without that belt? You see what I'm saying, my brother Blood? Anthony Joshua want to become undisputed. What are you going to fight Tyson Fury for? If Tyson Fury was to drop the belt and say, you know what, your big doctor, let's fight, let's get it on, let's do. No, hell no. You got to take care of some Deontay Wilder business, sir. You was capping and pump faking the whole time. I don't want to hear nothing about Tyson Fury. Where are all the Tyson Fury fanboys at? Lie after lie. Hearn talks way too much. Hearn, you was capping, sir. Your dumb ass went all over the world to try to make a fight happen because you took the word of two liars, Bob Arum and Tyson Fury. Frank Warren said that he doubts the fight happens. Only to come out and say, well, the fight has been confirmed for August the 14th. I told Lady Shin, I say, Shin, look at that video again that Tyson Fury dropped yesterday when he said that, hey, I talked to the prince. I talked to the prince of Saudi Arabia. The fight is going on. The fight is going on. That man was capping. Look how nervous he looked when he was saying it. He was lying then. He ain't talked to no damn prince. Wilder did plenty wrong. What did Wilder do wrong? He had a contract to fight Tyson Fury for a third fight. Tyson Fury jumped ship. Deontay Wilder took him to arbitration. The arbitrator ruled in Deontay Wilder's favor. Tell me what did Deontay Wilder do wrong as it relates to that? Please, sir, explain that to me. Sorry, coach. It here and there. Boxing is political and financial, and Wilder is only worth what he would be worth if he fought Fury a third time. He would never be worth $80 million. I don't know. I can't say that. We making assumptions now. I don't know. We making assumptions now. I don't know. I can't go off of assumptions. I'm asking a specific question. Let's talk about Tyson Fury. Coach, Wilder is a liar too, with all them excuses. Yes, but we'll address that. We'll address all the excuses on Wilder. We've been on Wilder for, I've been banging on Wilder since January. So we don't talk about the excuses and all that stuff there. Right now, we're talking about Tyson Fury. We're not fixing to deflect and talk about Wilder. Let's talk about the Gypsy Queen. He lost some face over that with our people. Where are all the Tyson Fury apologists at right now? Keep that same energy. That's all I'm saying. Because I'm gonna keep that same energy. I promise you. I'm gonna cook. Listen, I promise you this here. I'm gonna lose some subscribers. I ain't got no problem with that. I am going to cook the Gypsy Queen every damn day of the week. I promise you that. The reason he would fight Wilder without a belt is because everyone knows Fury is a big domestic fight. Ali and Holmes, as well as Holyfield and Lewis, would take the fight. What I'm saying, blood, is this. I'm saying Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua, why would Anthony Joshua fight Tyson Fury without that belt? Do you see what I'm saying? Wilder did do something wrong. He made all this. Listen, I'm not talking about that. Yes, he did that. I'm saying as it relates to this contract that he has with Tyson Fury, what did Wilder do wrong as it relates to that? This is the Tyson Fury. Let me see. Matt, Wilder has already been paid to step aside for that fight. When has he got paid? Do you have any facts on that, sir? Fury team been lying from the start. Yes, they have with a sleeve. Tyson Fury is a liar. Where are all of the Tyson Fury apologists at today? Please, where are you? I am depressed now, coach. I don't want to see this trilogy. Jack Smart, great coach. One of the most unbiased. Listen, I'm gonna keep the same energy with everybody. If you were with me and happy and celebrating when I was banging on Wilder, where are you at now? And I'm banging on Tyson Fury, because I promise you, I'm on Tyson Fury neck from this point forward, and I'm on Eddie Hearn neck from this point forward. Because Eddie Hearn, you ran your mouth when talking about the fight has been signed and everything is confirmed and it's going down August the 14th. You were lying, sir. You got deceived, sir. You jumped the gun, Eddie Hearn. Your ego got in the way, sir. And now you look like the biggest fool on the planet. They laughing at you. Tyson Fury, Frank Warren, and Bob Arum is laughing at you right now, Eddie Hearn. Because they made you go all over the world to try to make a fight happen. You could have died in a plane crash or anything to make a fight happen. They knew damn well that they was not going to be able to fight Anthony Joshua in the first place. They played you, Eddie Hearn. They used you and Anthony Joshua as clout to keep Tyson Fury's name relevant. And now he has to go back to the Twerkinator. The Gypsy King, the Gypsy Queen versus the Twerkinator in a trilogy match. You know what, man? I'm finna wrap this up. I'm gone. I got another live to jump on. Listen, guys. Notice. Oh my God, sis. I tried to tell you, coach. Listen, you hit the nail right on the head, sis. And I've been talking about that. Oh my God, I've been talking about that. You haven't been here, but if you've been here, look at my other videos. I've been talking about that. You were right. And I apologize to the Alphabet Boy community and oh my God, sister. I owe you an apology. And I'm banging on Fury from this point forward. Have to. Oh my God, you were right, sis. I apologize. You were right. Alphabet Boy community, every last one of you guys, you were right. I apologize. If I make a mistake on my show live in front of everybody, guess what? I got to be a man and apologize in front of everybody. Do you want to know why? Because if I make a mistake and say something that's not factual in front of everybody on camera, then I got to be a man enough to step right back in front of you guys and say, you know what? I was dead wrong. So, oh my God, sis, I was wrong. You were right. Alphabet Boy community, I was wrong and you were right. But guess what? I'm on Tyson Fury ass from this point forward. I'm on Eddie Hearn from this point forward. I promise you that. Where are all the Tyson Fury fanboys at? Where are all the Tyson Fury apologists at? Notice, and if it comes to Deontay Wilder, oh, they saying all kind of stuff. They saying this, they saying that. When it comes to Anthony Joshua, he's a big dog, so he has no heart. He says this, he says that. When it comes to Tyson Fury, they silence. They don't say anything. They don't hold him accountable. Keep that same energy. Peter Reed say, I still believe that Hearn will pull this off. Oh. Other than that, guys, I'm out of here. I can't even comment on that. Other than that, man, shout out to Peter Reeves. Shout out to Southside Boxing. Shout out to Jack Spratt. Shout out to Cool 123. Shout out to my main man Blood. Shout out to my sister. Oh my God, you were right, sis. Shout out to Leo. Shout out to Silver Stress. Shout out to Rowan. Shout out to Retro Boxing, my brother Blood. Shout out to Irish Boxing Bros. Shout out to Wizard Sleeve. Shout out to Halim. Shout out to Philly Fly. Philly Fly. That's my brother. I love Philly Fly, man. Shout out to Bold, who's not here. Shout out to Lisa Bells. Shout out to Karma Serene. Shout out to I Buy Houses. Shout out to Peter Reeves. Shout out to my brother Smith and West. Shout out to Jason Poritz. Shout out to everybody who sent me a super chat today also as well. Shout out to King. And other than that, man, that's it, man. I'm out of here. This is our boy, Coach Malachi Williams, representing for New Media Today, USA Boxing, signing out. And peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Come on.